All right, how we going, guys? Welcome to the Sam Goodman CESAR Vaca pay-per-view. It is about a couple of minutes before the actual telecast starts. Great to have you here. If you're here to see the show, is this whole card live? Says Worm Archies. No. Now, just to clarify, this is not a live stream. Okay, this is a live watch along. So I need to make that abundantly clear. It does say in the description it is a stream. So if you're here for a live, it says a live watch along. If you're here for a stream, then you better go and watch another channel because that's not this one, I'm afraid. Gromit, sorry, mate, I can't help you there. You're going to have to go to those other sites, mate. I have no idea about those sites, but knock yourself out. Ed Woodson in the chat away there. Ed, welcome to the show there, mate. But yes, this is the Sam Goodman CESAR Vaca pay-per-view. Now, we're off to the start already. We've had 4 fights so far. Now, I've only seen 2 of them. First of all, we had Terrell Adams with a 4-round decision over Roy Guevara. We had Salvatore Gattuso with a knockout of Nikesh Prasad. We've had Darangara Truwala with a knockout over Kaliova Tahikia. And the fights I have caught so far, Jazzy Parr over Jidamot Falter. Look. No, I don't. Archie, I don't show the top fights, mate. Next with the guys. G'day, mate. How are you? But that was embarrassing. The Jasmine Parr and what was her name? Judamat Fom to fight. No limit, main event, or whatever it is, all should be absolutely ashamed that this fight was telecast on any format. I know it's not on the pay-per-view, but it's on TV, national TV. And I've always... I've had a little bit to say about No Limit over the journey, but also defended them in a lot of areas. That fight is indefensible, and all concerned from No Limit should be absolutely embarrassed by that fight. Should never have happened. So a predictable first-round stoppage. Anyway, and then in the last fight, which was a hell of a lot better fight than that, I can tell you, Jason Fawcett with a, I think it was a majority decision over... Alex Luwell. I thought it was a good fight, especially, look, it ended up, I think that one of the judges had a draw. The other two had it clearly for Fawcett, but just as well, it wasn't very close because I think it was the 5th round. Luwell, it looked like he got dropped by a jab. The referee called it no knockdown, but geez, I'm glad that, maybe Luwell didn't win a split decision or something. It would have been all sorts of things going on. All right, Richard, how are you there, mate? Let's see how this fight goes and watch the Jazzy fight not long ago. Mate, as I said, fights like that should not be on any form of television. That is just disgraceful to have on. Disgraceful she was even picked as an opponent. Now, this is not a crack at, everyone knows I've been pretty vocal about they should have put Jasmine in with Shannon O'Connell, but it's not the point. Whether it's Jazzy O'Connell, I was about to say, whether it's Jazzy Parr or whoever, opponents like that should never be on Australian pay-per-views, or not that it was a pay-per-view, but you know what I mean, on mainstream TV, and not just Australia, but anywhere. The poor Thai girl has obviously just been brought over, chucked in there, and has been blown out in a round. So anyway, and these are 2-minute rounds, by the way. Don't get me on my high horse, guys, because that was just ridiculous. All right, what do we got there? Nectar of the Gods. Parr opponent was always going to be Tomato Can. And that's the point, Nectar. She was always going to be, Tomato Can. Unfortunately, it was only ever going to end one way. So everyone knew that. Why didn't No Limit know that? Why didn't Jasmine Parr's team know that? I don't understand the significance. Why you'd even bother. Why you would even bother flying this girl all the way from Thailand to get in the ring with Jazzy Parr, who got absolutely nothing out of the fight. She would have been better doing a 20-minute pad session in the change rooms. It was just a waste of time. Making weight, as they're interviewing Tim Zhu at the moment, actually. I'll turn it up a little bit as we go. But literally, she would have been better off doing not even a 20-minute pad session in the change rooms, maybe a 10-minute or 5-minute pad session would have got more out of that. But to go through the whole process of making weight, putting the wraps on, gloves on, outfit on, braiding the hair, why even bother? Absolutely ridiculous. So, hang your head in shame, everyone that was involved in putting that fight on, because it was ridiculous. Anyway, I've said ridiculous a lot of times, haven't I? So, all right. Who have I got for the Wade Ryan fight? Look, I think Monia Fathi will win that, Bendy. But make no mistake, though. Sorry, looking at the comment there from Gromit. Yeah, make no mistake, Wade Ryan will turn up and fight. He's a very, very good fighter. Very, very awkward fighter. He'll give Fathi a good fight, but I just think that Fathi, he's a talented guy, long way to go, but I think he should just have enough over Wade Ryan, who I think's just maybe starting to see the downturn of his career and getting a little bit faded. Who's up next? It will be, I'm pretty sure, it will be Charlie Kazzi and Patrick Valor. They're Phoenix. And we've seen Patrick Valor in the lead up to it. Jeez, Fanicum. He's pretty flashy, isn't he? Baku, are you watching from KO Sports? No, I'm actually watching on main event pay-per-view. Hunt? Sorry, who said that? Baku, sorry. Baku said that. So, yeah, I'm watching on the TV at the moment, which is why I'm in my lounge room at the moment. I'd much prefer to be in my studio watching it, but unfortunately I can't stream the fights into there. So I'm watching it in my lounge room at the moment. So thanks, Richard. Appreciate it, mate. Yeah, a bit of shame for the fight. This is a jazzy part. Look, as I said, mate, I don't understand why you would bother. Why bother flying her out here? It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, I'm sure she gets another win on her record, makes her look good. 7-1, I think she is now. Oh, come on. Ridiculous. What's that there, Hunt? You've got a bit to say, have you there? Australian boxing so shit, it's not even on illegal streams. Good call. Yeah, well, I'm sure. Look, the thing is, Hunt, you are right in some respects there. Australian boxing's not shit, but it can be shit sometimes, just like a lot of boxing in different countries around the world. But you're right. I don't think anyone would even bother to have this show on a legal stream, if I'm being honest, mate, because it's not, let's just say it hasn't been the most anticipated show of 2025, I can tell you. All right, we've got a super chat. Dennis, how are you there, mate? $5. Thank you very much. Love your watch-alongs, mate. Thanks for bringing it to us. No worries, mate. Well, I'm not quite sure how much I'm bringing to you, but I'll do my best, mate. All right, who's your pick in the Australian heavyweights? I've actually gone for, is it Stephen Ibic, I reckon, who was at Phoenix. Stephen Ibic, who is 6-0-1. Tuisi Vutu is 8-1. Call just a hunch there, Phoenix. I'm not sure. Look, they're both pretty evenly matched. Let's just hope we get a few fireworks. I think we will. These heavyweight fights normally have a few bombs go off, don't they? So I'm going to go for Ibic, but not confidently there, mate. Nectar, CESAR then called out Shannon O'Connell again. Good luck with that, Jazzy. Well, yeah, she was asked whether she wanted to fight Shannon O'Connell, and she sort of said, yeah, well, why did you fight her this time? You had every opportunity to fight her this time, and she didn't. And I've said a couple of times, this show would have been so much better if had it been Shannon in with Jazzy Parr in even a 10 rounds, only 2 minutes, so it's equivalent to 7 rounds in the men's. Put up what's that there? I'm just looking at Tim at the moment. Ready to chase the world title. Okay, put it on. It would have been a great. Well, I won't say co-main because you've got Stephen Ibic and Tuisi Vutu and Harry Garside, Charlie Bell, but this fight would have really added to this in a show that's been heavily ridiculed by a lot of the fans out there. I just think it would have given it a little bit more legitimacy. And you said yourself there, Nectar, she called out Shannon. Well, we had a chance to fight her. Shannon was ready to go. I spoke to Shannon a couple of weeks ago. She wanted the fight. She would have probably fought for nothing to get an opportunity. So it's got me buggered, mate. Why it wasn't made. Jesse, I can't help you there, mate, as far as the stream goes. I can give you my expert commentary, though, as we start going into the fight. So that's about it. Actually, speaking of commentary, I'm not sure what's happening with the main team that's going to call the fights, but I just see they were interviewing Tim Zhu and they had George Rose on. The AFL legend Jonathan Brown is one of the special comments people, and our old mate Peter Bedell. Peter Bedell, who look, I'm probably a little bit harsh on him sometimes. He does his best, but I'm not quite sure how much he brings to the telecast. As long as they've got guys like Ben Damon and that there, he's pretty good. He knows his stuff. Who's the first fight? It is Peter Vella. I think that was his name, wasn't it? Peter Vella? Patrick Vella and Charlie Kazzi there, Jesse. I think, and he comes in with the sunglasses on, ready to go. The headband, the Nike headband. I'm surprised. Jeez, hang on. He's starting to shadow box the camera there. Bit of 3D action going there as he's sort of punching at us like that. He looks the goods. Let's see if we can back it up with the fighting. Anyway, we'll see. All right, Kyle, May Solomon, Jazzy Parr, that's a good fight to make. It is, Kyle, but it's not the fight to make, mate. It's Jazzy versus Shannon O'Connell. That's the fight. And May Solomon, good fighter. She is. It's a good fighter, but that's not the fight. Shannon O'Connell, who's beaten Jazzy Parr, who wanted the rematch, was ready to go when the first opponent fell over with Jazzy Parr. Shannon's like, hey, I'm ready to go. And they bypassed her and went to the tie in a 5-round fight. I'll say it again. Ridiculous. All right. Catch you slipping. What do we got there, mate? CESAR, Vaca, Espinosa versus Goodman. Prediction. Goodman, every day they're slipping. I think he wins a comfortable 12. Is it 10 rounds, isn't it? 10-round decision there, mate. Look, don't get me wrong, though. Vaca will give a very, very good account of himself. Very, very tough guy, but Sam Goodman, world class, and I think he'll beat Vaca by unanimous decision. All right, Jesse, hope CESAR wins this. Was a hand-picked fight for Sam. He's ranked number 1, hasn't fought anybody ranked in the top 10 currently. Good call there, mate. Good call. Brits, stream the fight. Sorry, mate, can't help you. It is a watch-along. No need to repeat yourself. Stream the fight, okay? It's not happening. Peter, Parr beat Shannon and I've watched it 3 times. Yeah, look, on the night, Peter, I did think that Jazzy Parr won the fight, but I think the majority of people, mate, I reckon thought that Shannon won. I have watched it back and I thought it was just as close as the first time. Thought it could have gone either way, but it doesn't matter. The fact that Shannon got the decision, and what you just said there probably is more reason to do it, Peter. A controversial decision, if that's the way you saw it. Fight again. On a pay-per-view, the other opponent wants the fight. The winner of the first fight wants the fight, and they're being shunned. Doesn't make sense to me, mate. Doesn't make sense. Peter, great to see the pies on fire. How you been? No, not too bad, Peter. I haven't seen you on the live or the shows for a while. Pies flying, mate. But watch out for the Blues. We're coming. We've been saying that for 25 years. But anyway, we'll see. Catch a slipping. I think Goodman takes his first loss. Well, it's a possibility there, mate. You've got to stream. Look, help each other out. I don't know. Just don't put it. I don't want to get barred off the platform or anything. So, all right, Kyle. Will Shannon fight Jazzy for 10 rounds? It was only 8 last time, which was bullshit considering it was a title eliminator. Mate, Kyle, Shannon will jump in the ring tonight. Fly down now from the Gold Coast. She'll jump in tonight and do 10 rounds. That's just the way she is. She'll fight 12 rounds, 15 rounds. I don't think she was overly happy that the first fight was 8 rounds. Actually, she wanted 10. I think it was Jazzy Parr's camp that only wanted 8. So she wants to fight. And as I said, she'd probably even drive down tonight if they said she could fight Jazzy Parr over 12 rounds. Wouldn't worry her, mate. What do you think about El Turk's new no-run rule in boxing? What is that? Catch you slipping? I don't know, mate. I have no idea. What's this no-run rule? Is there like a bonus or something? I don't know. Peter, I hope you're feeling better, mate. Mario Solomon Jr. Fight doesn't start yet. Not for a little while, mate. It won't be on for probably about 2.5 hours, I reckon, there, mate. It's Mario. So stay tuned. I will be commentating or doing my best to commentate the main event. I'll just keep you updated. Keep the comments coming, by the way. Going to have a chat about all things boxing as we're waiting. I'll give you, updates of the undercard. And as the main fight starts, probably even the semi-main as well, I'll give you as much feedback as I can. Sorry, guys, I had to rush down my dinner tonight, and just repeating on me a little bit. Yeah, no worries, Kane. All good, mate. If you're going to stream, do it on Kick, not on YouTube. Nah, not gonna stream, mate. Not gonna stream. Yes, Ollie, I did buy the main event. It cost me $50. These are the things I do for you, what YouTube watchers out there. And it's always the way on these watch-alongs. I always get the thumbs down. Now, I understand. Let me repeat. I can't stream the fight. If I do, I'm out of business, okay? They'll shut us down. So this is mainly just for updates. We've started the first round here, by the way. We're 30 seconds in. And let's just say Patrick Valor doesn't quite look as flush as he come into the ring with the headband and the sunglasses. Charlie Kazzi, good young fighter. And I know he does land a good left uppercut there, does Valor. Yeah, but to answer your question there, Ollie, yes, I did buy at the main event. G'day, Pound for Pound King. How are you, mate? Always great to have you along to these shows. People are underestimating, I should say, how good Sam is. Yeah, well, this is his chance to show it tonight, Peter. He is a good fighter. I just don't think people like maybe his style, but I've got no dramas. I think he's a excellent fighter. And I think he actually probably does a little bit better against Inoue than maybe what we maybe think, or a lot of people think. Does he win the fight? No, don't get me wrong. But he could surprise a few people just how slick he is. And Valor takes a left hook there from Kazzi, who looks nice and relaxed in this first round. What do we got there? Richard, people definitely watch the rematch of Shotgun versus Jazzy. Also, what do you think about Kamikawa versus Arafa? It'd be a good fight, Richard. Are they talking about it? I'm not sure. I don't think Michael Zarafa would be up for that fight, to be honest, mate. I think Kamikawa would have to be paid for it. He's made no secrets that he wants to be paid and probably deserves to be paid. He wants the big fights. Unfortunately, though, in Australia, and I'm sure Joel knows he's better than anyone. He's been around quite a while. Unfortunately, in Australia, those big paydays aren't going to come. I would think if he fought, say, Michael Zarafa, he might only get 25, 30K, which is not a lot of money. If he fought Isaac Harbin, maybe might even be less. I don't know. But as far as who wins, I would probably say Michael Zarafa would win that fight. Yeah, he'd beat Kamikawa, I think. They've obviously done a lot of rounds together, by the way. Nico, Paulo, O'Malley, who is fighting right now. It is Charlie Kazzi and Patrick Valor. We've got 15 seconds to go in round number 1 of 8. Not a bad round from Valor. He's had some success, but I'd still give the round to Charlie Kazzi, who looks nice and comfortable in there at the moment. But Valor, he looks very, very awkward. He's got his chin up in the air, his hands down, but he has landed a few. And not a bad round, but as I said, I'd still give that round to Charlie Kazzi. What's that, mate? Are you allowed to play the audio, or is that copyrighted as well? Yeah, I've got the volume up a little bit there, Ollie, but I can't have it too loud, mate. I can't have it too loud. What's that, Kyle? So I missed your comment there. No more Thai fighters, for God's sake, mate. I hear you. Did I go through a couple of comments there when I went down to the super chat? I missed Hunt's comment there. What's that? Australian boxing is dog shit. Okay. Don't hold back there, Hunt. I'll go down and see if we can get to the end of the comments there. Keep the comments coming there, guys. Anything you want to talk about in between these fights, let me know. All right. All right. Catch you slipping. Just started round number 2 here, by the way. It's a new rule they're looking to implement in boxing at the referee's discretion, where both fighters need to engage in boxing and not run like Haney. I'm not sure they can enforce that. Can they, slipping? I don't know. Can you enforce that you've got to engage? I know sometimes in the amateurs, the referee had the right to say, stop, pull you together, and say, now you've got to engage, or they could disqualify one of you guys. I mean, this is professional boxing. If anything, the judges might just be encouraged to not give them a round. If they consistently run, just give it to the other guy on aggression. Daniel, $50 is a rip. You're telling me there, mate. I'm the one that's paid it. But hey, when you've got a boxing YouTube channel, you've got to give content. and I'm going to do it. I'm going to wear the $50 for you guys. Although I've already got $5 of that back tonight, so if we get another 10 people give me $5, it's all paid for. Next to the guys, if Sam loses this, then how the hell was he going to beat it away? Good point. Bud Khan. This is round 2 of Charlie Kazzi versus Patrick Vaca. Been not a bad fight so far. Vala's now on his bike a little bit there, sticking out the jab. Kazzi's just starting to close the range a little bit there. I can just see a right hand coming over the top from Kazzi at some stage, although he does land a left hook there too, which caught Vala's attention. We'll keep going down. Kazzi's in there at the moment there, Ben. Has the fight started? Yes, it has. Thanks for taking the $50 hot so we didn't have to hit. Thanks, mate. No dramas. All good. All right, so nice right hand over the top from Charlie Kazzi. And Vala's just looking a little gassed at the moment. He does smile at Charlie Kazzi there, but Charlie Kazzi looks like he hasn't even got out of first gear yet. And Vala's chin is up in the air. His hands are starting to come down. He's slowed down a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if Kazzi cuts him down in the next couple of rounds, to be honest. And you're looking a little gassed as he takes another left hook there. All right, Peter, what's going on with Oscar not wanting Zerto to fight up a tire? My guess is seeing Jai taking away Zerto's chance to make big money. It looks like it'll be Jake Paul and Zerto, Peter. That's what they're talking about, although they did say Badu Jack had been offered the fight as well. By the way, we've got 30 seconds to go in the round here. And Vala's smiling to the crowd, but just hanging on at the moment, I think. He does throw a big right hand there, but Charlie Kazzi doesn't seem too fussed about the whole thing. I was going to ask you too, guys. All right, what's happened here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what happened? Did the Ahmed Redder fight get cancelled? Because that's what's happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fights we've had. So does anyone know what happened to Ahmed Redder, guys? That fight is not on BoxRec. I don't know if you know anything about that. If anyone's seen it on social media, let me know. I'm not going to check now. It takes up too much time. But yeah, Peter, it looks like Jake Paul will be. Apparently there's no coincidence that the Zerto and Dortico's fight is on the undercard of Jake Paul and Chavez Jr. And the pick is that, or the word is that will be next. And I would think after that fight, they'd look at someone like a Jai. I've got a feeling they might. Well, the good thing would be is that after Jai disposes of Sequoia, which he should do quite easily, that they would maybe match him with Badu Jack, and then the winner of that fight's the winner of Zerto and Jake Paul. I can't believe I just said that, but anyway. Yep, Ruben, Kazzi's fighting now. We're about to enter the third round there, mate. I'll keep you updated as they go to centre ring. This is an 8-rounder, Daniel. No worries at all, Unruly Girl. What's that? Unruly. Sam. How do you think Sam will do tonight? I think he'll win quite comfortably. Unruly Girl. I think he's got all the skills in the world. Sam Goodman, very very good on his feet. Really good combination puncher. The only doubt, of course, is his power. But at the lighter weights, I don't think you really need too much power. So I'm sure he'll go okay. Ruben, I would say Kazzi has won both rounds, but Vala's made it a fight. We're about 40 seconds into round number 3, and Vala actually getting probably a little bit of the better of this round, although Kazzi does go with a nice little left hook to the body there as they clinch, have each other in a headlock there. Duke, no, I am not, mate. I cannot show you the fights, mate. I will be kicked off the platform, so I can't do it. Nice little combination from Valor there, so feel free to give me a thumbs down if you want. That's fine. Won't be the first one. I always get half a dozen or so when I do these live watch-alongs because people get pissed I haven't got the stream, so knock yourself out. All right, Nico, after this fight, Sam Goodman versus Tapales. Yeah, not a bad fight, Nico. That would be a very, very good fight. How's the pub going in Bendigo? Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad, Peter. The UFC on the weekend was shit, though. Very, very quiet, unfortunately. So it's probably cost me a few dollars. But at the end of the day, you can't win them all. All right, so we've got a minute and 15 seconds here in round 3 to go. And Valor's done pretty good. Kazzi's starting to close the distance. Now, Valor tends to start the rounds really good and then fades as the round goes on. So far, I'd probably have him in front this round, but we are, a minute to go, so you'd think Kazzi will close the gap in the last minute, but not a bad round from Valor so far. Good luck getting the stream there, Grommets. I can't help you though, mate. Just put it out there, and I'm sure someone's got one going, mate. But as I said, this is not the card that was much anticipated, and people urgently looking for a stream, mate. So this is it, Ben. That's it, mate. As free as the coverage on the net goes. Yeah, well, good. Look, if you can get a stream, good on you. But all right, well, Valor's had a good round this round. He's actually got Kazzi on the ropes here. Kazzi doesn't seem too stressed about it, though. He's just covering up, throws a left hook as he comes out that just misses the target. And 15 seconds to go in round number 3. Not a bad round from Patrick Valor. Kazzi does land a pretty good right hand there, but I've got to give this round to Valor. Good job. As he gets warned for hitting on the back of the head. So that's the end of round number 3. All right, guinea pigs. If Goodman wins this fight, he needs to fight Cardenas next. Ooh, that's a dangerous fight. Guinea pigs, I doubt you'd see that happen, mate. Yeah, I don't think you'd see Sam take that sort of risk, I reckon. Guinea pig, not when you got potential world title fights out there, mate. Cardenas will probably fight for one of the vacant belts as well. I doubt he'll get a rematch with Inouye, although you never know. It was such a good fight. If there's a late replacement needed, maybe they might go for him. But, I mean, Inouye's got 3 or 4 fights lined up, hasn't he? So, I think only by accident or urgency you'd see him get another shot. So, maybe he just fights for one of those vacant titles as we go. Maybe it could be against Sam Goodman for one of those vacant belts if Inouye does give one of those belts up. Okay, now his opponent was pulled out by his trainer. Okay, there you go. OG lights out away, mate. Yep, I'm well, very well there, mate. Thank you. I can't believe Fathi was a roughie on TAB. It's changed from today now. His favourite. He will punch holes in Ryan. Yep. Dennis says, let's hope Sam doesn't get that bad cut open up again. That'll be a disaster. Well, the thing is, Sam, I don't think it was a bad cut. It was just bad enough for the fight to be delayed. I mean, he has got a little bit of a scar there now, but I think if that cut happened during the fight, I don't think it'd be stopped. Who knows? I mean, it was like right over the eye, so maybe as the fight went on, it might get worse and worse. But I think it was just bad enough to postpone the fight, mate. I don't think, as I said, if it was in a fight, that it would be bad enough for him to call it off. All right, we're 30 seconds into round number 4 of 8. Charlie Kazzi, Patrick Valor. And a little bit scrappy to start the round, this one. Grommets, I had the Jarvis Thurman fight on ESPN2 in Mexico. Surely something similar is on for this. That's a negative, Grommets. Keep looking there, mate. I can't help you in that aspect there, though, mate. Where are we? I'll get to the comments here. Where are we? All right, not a bad start to the round here again from Valor. Another nice one from Valor. Yeah, I think he's winning this round too. All right, sorry guys, I'll get to a couple of comments here. Got off track a little bit there. Yeah, Cardenas is fun to watch. Or that fight was fun to watch, that's for sure. Who do you have winning so far? Look, I think Valor's winning this round as well, Ruben. I'd probably have it, if he wins this round, I'll probably have it even. He's done very well so far. What's that? Naz Redder missed weight, but then made the new catch weight. His opponent's trainer was nervous about how heavy Redder would be, hydrated and pulled him out. Well, why take the fight in the first place? If he actually made the contracted weight, then get on with it. I don't get that. Anyway. Yeah, he's a good round from Valor, this one. I'll go to the comments there. Sorry, guys. All right, Peter. All right, so we've got 35 seconds to go in round number 4, and another good round from Valor. The first 2 rounds, I thought this was just going to be easy work for Charlie Kazzi, but he sort of struggled with the awkwardness of Valor. I mean, you're not watching this, you're watching me watch it, but his chin's up in the air. He's throwing really unorthodox punches. He's a little bit all over the shop with his footwork. He's now doing an RV shuffle as well. He's definitely come to entertain, and Kazzi's just had a little bit of problems sort of working him out. So Peter, watch Jack's last fight and his light work for Opatai. I see Jack versus, that's the end of round 4, by the way. That's 2 each for me. I see Jack versus CBS because the Poms won a champion. Yep, good call. Yeah, good call, Nectar. No one's streaming this card except this idiot here who's doing a watch along. All right, Unruly Girl. I watched Sam during the weigh-in the other night, and I noticed he seemed a bit distracted and frustrated. I hope he's feeling good and ready to give it his all tonight. I think so. I just think he's a little bit, probably like a lot of fighters there, Unruly Girl, that they just get fed up with. They've always got a microphone in their face. He'd be starting to, he's obviously cutting weight, but he's getting close to the fight. He's been out for 10 months. I just think he'd had enough at that stage. All you got to do is look at someone like a Jai Pataya to see what happens when they get close to the fight. So I wouldn't read too much into it, Unruly Girl. I think when he gets in the ring tonight, he'll be fine. What's that? Come on, guys, dig for the stream. You can do it. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Finn, who you got winning? Need Kazzi decision. Look, I thought he won the first 2 rounds really comfortably there, Finn, but I thought Valor's actually won the last 2 rounds as we start round number 5, and Valor's looking pretty confident at the moment. Kazzi's just having a lot of trouble just cutting him off and getting inside. And again, it's that awkwardness of Patrick Valor that's made it hard for Charlie Kazzi. Not a bad jab landed there from Kazzi though, but he's having trouble sort of getting to Valor at the moment. And Valor looked gassed after the second round, but he's done pretty good to hang in there. So, Cal, you see Buckram called out Thurman. I did see that, mate, and wouldn't that be a great fight to see? Thanks for updates. Couldn't justify. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Grub. Was it Mr. Grub Inc.? All good, mate. I'll give you as many updates as I can, but yeah, look, I'm not sure if there's anyone else doing this watch along tonight. I doubt it. So thank you to what have we got? 94 people watching. Thanks very much to the 94 people. Much appreciated. And I didn't monetize this either, by the way, guys, because I didn't want even ads in this and whatever else they put over the top of it. So it's all in tonight. What have we got? Jesse, CESAR set up close. The cut looked really damaged badly still. Yeah, yep. Mike, Charlie Kazzi and Patrick Valor. So this is the first fight on the card. The next fight will be, I'd say, Monty Fathi and Wade Ryan. Then we've got Stephen Ibic and Tuosi Vesuatu, or vice versa. And then we've got Harry Garside and then Sam Goodman. So it's 5 fights in total. All right, we've got 1 minute and 10 left in round number 5. Pretty even round, this one. And I'm not sure, but Kazzi looks a little gassed at the moment. It's actually Valor that's got his tail up a little bit here at the moment. I would think if it's close, it's going one way, and that's to Charlie Kazzi, I would think. I mean, he's the A-side, no-limit fighter. I think he's a no-limit fighter anyway, but he's fought on a lot of their cards. Good jab by Kazzi there. But Valor's made it interesting. Make no mistake about that. As they clinch there, what do you got? Naz, Cardenas, Neary, Goodman, and MJ all need to start fighting each other. Good fights to be made, but they all just protecting the records, waiting for Inouye to go up. Yeah, it's a good way to look at it, Naz. Although he's fought Cardenas, he's fought Neary, he's about to fight MJ. So Inouye's doing his part, but you're right. You'd think that maybe Cardenas could fight maybe a Neary. I doubt Sam's going to want to fight those guys because it's too risky with a world title fight there for the taking. But guys like Cardenas and Neary, who have already lost to Inouye, probably makes sense for them to fight each other and put himself in line for another shot. What's that, Unruly Girl? Is a fight on ESPN? No, it's not. It's obviously not from Australia. It's on Main Event pay-per-view. So here in Australia, round number 5 is ended, by the way. Here in Australia, we've got Foxtel, which is our main pay television network, and then we've got the pay-per-view version of it where they have UFC, wrestling, boxing, and all that on it, and it's called Main Event, and that's what this is on tonight. And there's also KO, which is another streaming service linked to Foxtel, or it's owned by Foxtel. So, and unfortunately, you can't get it outside of Australia, which is just ridiculous, but I will say before the next round starts, DAZN has actually just bought Foxtel here in Australia, So what's going to happen going down the track is that these pay-per-views, I'm pretty sure you will be able to get those on the DAZN app. I don't think it's all sort of come across at the moment, but apparently it is by the end of the year. And it looks like anyone outside of Australia will be able to watch these fights on DAZN. So something to look forward to anyway. Dennis almost visited your pub Sunday with Mum, but she wanted to have a meal. Sorry, Dennis. Still waiting on the council there. Sorry, mate. As usual, probably be waiting 6 months until they give us the sign off. Ben through 2-2. Yeah, look, I'm gonna give Kazzi the last round only because he's the A side. So on my card, I'd probably have it 3 rounds to 2 for Charlie Kazzi. But that last round was a very, very close round. So we're 30 seconds into round number 6, and this is a lot closer than what I thought it would be. I thought Charlie Kazzi would have Patrick Vella out of there by now, but he's just really struggled with what Vella has brung. Vella's had some success. I just think Kazzi's been a lot neater. He's been the aggressor. So he'll probably end up winning this fight on points, I would say. But Vella's given him all he can handle. Yeah, mate, no mistake. He's had a crack. What's that, OG? Hopefully No Limit drops some news about Cairns in June. Wasn't that July? I can't remember anyway, OG. I thought it was July anyway. Yeah, Richard Vella is full of energy so far. So you're obviously watching too, Richard. Yeah, no, he is. He's fought pretty well. He wears a right hand from Charlie Kazzi there, though. So we've got a minute and a half to go in round number 6, and I think this has proved a lot tougher than what even Charlie Kazzi thought it would be. Our guinea pigs, who do you think Goodman should fight next if he wins? Well, as we said before, mate, maybe it could be a Cardenas or Tapales or someone like that. They probably make the most sense, or maybe a Neary, but at the end of the day, as I said, they're also very, very risky as well. So, and Sam is still ranked, I think, number 1. I can't remember the organisations, but at least 2 organisations he's ranked number 1. So I would think he'll just keep taking these types of fights to keep busy. What's that? How to like if we don't know if we don't? What's that? How to like if we don't know who's fighting? I'm assuming that is. Well, I'll keep giving you updates as much as I can there. I mean, I'm happy to actually give you some commentary if that's what you want. Got 40 seconds to go in round number 6. What's the score? I would think that Kazzi is about to go up 4-2. Worst case 3-3. It's been, as I said, it's been a lot closer than what I thought. I just think Kazzi's probably landed the cleaner punches. Vella's landed probably just as many, but a lot of those are just swings and slaps and all sorts of things going on. It's hard to sort of make sense of what he's doing in there at the moment. But Charlie Kazzi's been neater, cleaner, and I think that will get the judges' attention, I would think, there. How many rounds? It is an 8-rounder there. Is it Og Squad? Good end of the round by Vella, but I'm going to give that to Charlie Kazzi as well. Sorry, I'm just getting to the end of the comments here. All right. Let's just, hey guys, Vella's making the fight on his terms. I gave him $1. Well, good stuff. I gave him $1. You're obviously watching as well. How do you have it there, mate? I've got it 4-2, but maybe worst case 3-3. But look, if someone had Valor in front, I probably wouldn't argue because probably a couple of the rounds there have been really close, and I've only given them to Kazzi because he's the A side and just a little bit cleaner. So, what's that, Victorious? Go Kazzi, don't ruin my. What's that, Parley? Is that a betting thing? Is it? Peter, I thought they said 50 cents for the fight, and I went to order it and nearly passed out 50 cents. Probably about all it's worth, but anyway. Vinay, as I said, mate, I think it's 4-2 Kazzi, maybe 3-3. We'll see. All right, so round number 7. All right, what's that, Nectar? What's happened to the mob that was having a few cards here on 7+? Yeah. No longer there, Nectar. It's fallen over, unfortunately. I think because Angelo DiCarlo, who was doing the shows with 7+, has sort of hooked up with No Limit, and I would say that spelt the end of that, mate. And I think it just cost him too much money. Unfortunate, though, because they had some good cards, but everything cost money and they just didn't see them getting their return. No worries, Unruly Girl. Anytime. Thanks for the information. This is round number 7. Vinay, it is... I think I answered that one before, didn't I? This is a 8-rounder there. Og Squad. What's that there? Maybe you should speak to Alan about the side-off after all. She's from Bendigo. Yes. Don't bring that up, Peter. That's Justina Allen. The current Victorian Premier is from my hometown, and but I don't say that proudly there, mate. All right, so minute 45 to go in round number 7. And this is close. This is a close one. Nice right hand from Kazzi Lands. Good punch. It's got a little bit scrappy at the moment. Valor just took that punch and didn't even flinch. So yeah, Patrick Valor, he's come to fight. Can you play the sound or YouTube doesn't like it? Yeah, it doesn't like it there, Finn. I can have it up to a certain extent, but I'm not sure whether you can hear it in the background there. But I don't know how it works, whether the algorithms or whatever it is catches it, but they can actually shut the all this stream down. Don't know, Bassify, wouldn't have a clue, mate. What do we got? Who's winning the jab battle, says Phoenix. Well, this is what it's almost got to now. It's very scrappy at the moment. Nice right hand from Valor. 40 seconds to go in round number 7. And Valor's got a bit of a spring in his step. I think he thinks he's winning this fight, which he quite possibly could be. I've still got a suspicion, though, that these rounds are going to Kazzi. Just call it a gut feeling. Valor's very much the underdog, well, the B side in this, and landed a couple of good uppercuts there too, by the way. Say no more. Appreciate the comment. No worries at all, mate. Doing my best. I don't know, Caleb. That's it, Caleb. Unless you can get a stream, mate. It's KO or main event. That is it. 4-2, but he's making awkward, yeah. So that's the end of 7 rounds. I'm going to give that round to Kazzi as well. But look, by that count, it's 5 rounds to 2. But I think that's a bit too one-sided, I would think. I'm probably thinking, let's just say 4 rounds to 3 without any confidence. Unruly Girl, did you hear about this? Jake Paul's MVP company has just added 2 more women title holders to its roster with Savannah Marshall and Chantel Cameron. Yes, I talked about this on my morning show, the walking boxing, which is on every morning. Unruly Girl, if you want to follow that, I do a 20-minute walk and talk every single morning about that. And I did comment. Look, I'm not a massive fan of Jake Paul. I'm not a fan at all. But, geez, what he's doing with the female boxing, I think it's fantastic. Really, really good to get behind all these girls. I thought Chantel Cameron had just signed with Queensberry, but obviously he's let her go or the contract's run out. I'm not sure. But there now she's obviously with Savannah Marshall. Great to see her back as well. Hope she gets that fight with Shield. So, yeah, they're both with MVP. You just buy it on KO? No, I bought it on main event. Main event pay-per-view. Cal, there was a first round stoppage, Cal, for Jazzy Parr, and I won't bore you with the details. What's that, drunken boxing? Parlay is basically a multi. Sorry, mate, I'm not a bettor. Sorry about that. Caleb didn't want to pay $50 as I know how the fight's going to go. Any free streams. Again, if anyone can help each other out with the streams, go right ahead. I won't be offended. I'd be doing the same too if I was you guys. But we are 45 seconds into round number 8. Now, I'm going to go out on the limb and say that Charlie Kazzi's winning. Well, not really out on the limb, is it? But I think 5-2, maybe 4-3 for Charlie Kazzi. But Patrick Valor's made a fight of it. No worries, Cal. No worries at all, mate. Nice punch from Valor. Good right hand. Thanks very much, Unruly Girl. Really appreciate the $4.99 per character lifting. Oh, okay. That's an emoji, is it? Keep it up. No worries at all. Great to have you along. Yeah, well, you can keep asking there, guys. Neither all sites are over. Was that neither all sites are for over America? Yeah, I don't think you're going to get anything in the States, guys. No limit, not letting Valor win. I agree, Peter. All right, so what do we got? Minute 20 to go in round number 8, and it's been a really good scrap so far. It really has. And Valor, I thought he was just a little bit of an oddball the other day when he was at the press conference. I thought this guy's going to come out and get iced in 2 rounds, but he's fought well as he rips to the head and body. Good shots. And Charlie Kazzi's been in a fight. And even if he gets the win here, I don't think it's going to be a fight that he's going to be too happy with. I think he's been exposed a little bit tonight by someone just with a bit of skill and technique. He's knocked out a lot of guys who haven't really turned up to fight, and he's got a guy tonight who's really had a crack, and he's struggled. Good punches from Valor. Kazzi goes with him, but I think Valor's the one landing the better punches. Good fight. Lands a good uppercut in there, does Kazzi, and a hook, but Valor's just letting it all hang out. 30 seconds to go. Good right hand from Kazzi. Valor pokes out the chin, puts his hand up. No matter what happens here, I'm a fan of Patrick Valor. 10 seconds to go in round number 8. Really impressed with him tonight. I'm a fan. If he's selling a T-shirt, I'm going to buy one. I hope we get him back again. They don't acknowledge each other at the bell. They turn, no touching of the gloves. And look, I'm going to go out. Well, I'm going to say that Charlie Kazzi's going to win this fight, I reckon, 5 rounds to 3. So, what's that? 77-75. That's going to be my scorecard. But, hey, well done to Patrick Valor. All right, while we're waiting the decision, what do you got there, OG? The only way I see Australian boxing improving is for all schools to make boxing mandatory for PE sports. Mate, I've been saying this for years. The problem is, OG, is that you should know if you're from Australia. Australia is one of the wokest countries on earth. It is not going to happen. There'll be all the do-gooders saying, what about the children? They're going to get brain damage and all this. They don't understand the benefits of boxing and how much it would add to the confidence of kids, discipline of the kids. They have no idea, mate, but I'm with you 100%, but it ain't going to happen, mate. All the do-gooders out there, they'll be out there picketing and gluing themselves to roads, mate, before they let that happen. What's that? They need to start with free-to-air events and lower-cost pay-per-view events. Mate, well, that's the thing. Is it OG Squad I'm going to call you? Look, I just think... There we go. We've got 135 people watching, so hello if you's all... I know there's probably about 130 of you that are actually looking for free stream links. I can't help you. Someone in the comments might. Yeah, look... What was I going to say there? They definitely need to lower the cost. But look, I wouldn't be surprised if only had 2,000 or 3,000 people buy this fight, Og Squad. So I don't understand the logic. I know they've got to pay for the fights and main event have got to make money, all that sort of stuff. But if you're getting 2,000 or 3,000 people buying a fight like this for $50, is it really worth even doing it? Just put it on. So, and look, I suppose the question's got to be asked: would you buy it for like $20? You know, would you get 10,000 people at $20 rather than 2,000 people at $50? I don't know, but all right, we're going to go to the scorecards here. By the way, been a good fight. All right, so I gave him $1. I'm off to work right now, not in a good way, so I shouldn't have paid for this, but I'm a sucker for this ball. Good stuff, mate. All right, here we go. 79-73. 77-75. 79-73 for the winner. Still, come on, get on with it. Yes, Charlie Kazzi gets it. Geez, those scorecards, I don't know about that. 79-73 times 2. And 77-75. Now, I had it 77-75, but to give Patrick Valor 1 round, a bit stiff, 7 rounds to 1. I thought it was a hell of a lot closer than that. Look, end of the day, as we've said right through, there's no way that I think Patrick Valor was going to win that fight. What's that, Cruz? Do you have Ibic winning? Yes, I do, mate. Hard one to pick, but I've got him winning. Jacob, no one would even bother streaming this. It's a shit card. Well, again, mate, this is why I'm giving the live updates, because it's the least I can do. I'm not sure, as I said before, anyone else is doing any of these live streams. I don't know. Not in Australia. Actually, I don't think, does anyone else in Australia do watch-alongs? I'm not sure. I know that a lot of people around the globe do the big fights overseas, but I'm not quite sure anyone does the watch-alongs. This is my first one for a while, because since we've had the pub, I've been putting the fights on and being there to watch them. But so I'm probably a little bit rusty. But yeah, I'm not sure if anyone else out there is doing this. Wouldn't have a clue. How many rounds? That was an 8-rounder, mate. The next one is going to be, I think it's either Fathi and Ryan or Ibic and Vaca. Is that how you pronounce it? Well, Vaca, whatever it is. How long till the Goodman fight? Still a little bit away, Jay Russ. I reckon if it's 10 to 8 now, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not till about 10:30, mate, to be honest. So we'll see. All right, Monty, Fathi and Wade is next. Cool. 10 times profits, no streams. I've checked everywhere. Small, no limit card, say nowhere is streaming. Big fights, no problem, but small cards, no good. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to put up with me, I think, for all the updates. I'll do my best to keep the updates coming. Tuose or Ibic to win. Ibic for me, they're a D repo. Who you've got for Fathi or Wade? I think Fathi wins. I think Drunken Boxing, I think he wins. How many rounds is it? This one is a 10-rounder, I think. Might be an 8-rounder, is it? If it's Fathi and Ryan, it is a 10-rounder at 154, so super welterweight. Then Ibic and Tuasu is a 10-rounder as well. So, geez, I sort of hope we might get a couple of quick endings in this one to get us through. So, look, that's 20 rounds, so that takes about 10. I'd be thinking minimum 10:30 there, guys, before Sam Goodman comes on, unless we get a knockout or two. All right, Naz, Justice Honey versus Wardy press conference on tonight. Okay, cool. Won't be as exciting as Darrell Miller's, but I can't wait. I'd probably support that, Naz. I think it'll be pretty low-key, I would think. You don't get much out of Justice Honey. He doesn't give you a lot. I think he'll be very well spoken, but that's about it. All right, Flash, how do you see the fight going for Goodman and by how many rounds? I'm going to say 7 rounds to 3, Flash. Wait for it. A unanimous decision for a no-limit fighter. Who would have guessed? Yes, good call. Catch your slipping. Monty Fathi just to win. I don't like props. Yep. Who you got in the Ibic and Tuisi fight? I got Ibic. Me too there. Og squad. I'll get to the bottom of these comments again. It keeps kicking me to the out. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm just getting back. Know why the scores of that fight with that. I'm with you there, Richard. I thought, well, I did have it 5 rounds to 3, but what the hell was that? Harry Garside just said, get a dog up here to his mate being interviewed on the TV. Anyway. This, where I'm not sure there, guys. When's... Sorry, hang on. Getting to the end of the... All right. Anyone got a link? Yep. Keep going there, guys. Peter, the woke would rather kids run around with knives. Yes, they would. Just to clarify, guys, again, this is not a live stream. So if you come here for a live stream, it doesn't say it's a live stream. It says it's a watch-along. So I'm watching the fights now, giving you the updates. There's plenty of YouTubers that do it out there. And if you don't like that, then go off and watch it somewhere else. This is a watch-along. And again, it is not a live stream. Okay, and if you've got a link, for Christ's sake, put it in there so not every second person's asking for it. All right, I stream all American sports, but I can't find one for Aussie boxing. Yeah, well, as I said before, mate, hopefully DAZN will solve that problem, although you will have... actually, it's on DAZN. You probably won't have to pay for it, I wouldn't have thought. Garside's fighting, probably about 10 o'clock, Don. He hasn't even. I know he has got his wraps on, so that's one good thing. All right, guys. I'll keep the comments coming there. I'll just grab a drink here. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm just getting to the comments go all over their place. All right. I don't want Australian boxing that. Is that don't watch it a lot? Is it judging just as bad as it is worldwide? Yes, it is. Og Squad. Ed Woodson, how are you? Ed, working overnight shift here in Chicago. You're 15 hours ahead of me in the land down under. Salute for the live chat. No worries at all, Ed. Great to have you along. Great to see we've got people from all over the world watching. That's awesome. And again, it's not a live stream. If you've seen the description, maybe I should change the description and don't mention the fight. I'll just put we've got to watch along and hope people turn up. Anyway, I did see an Aussie guy do the last Aussie card. Don't remember his name though. Okay, cool. That's good. Jacob, I paid for the fight now because Sam fights in my boxing gym at Gosford. Good stuff. Well, let's hope he puts on a good show tonight, Jacob. When you think about it, though, I mean, I know it's $50 is $50, and I know in this day and age it's a lot of money and everything, but if you actually went to the fights, you're paying probably a couple of $100 to go, and you got your food and drink and travel and accommodation, all that sort of stuff. I don't think it's too bad for $50, especially if you get a few years chip in. What's that? I heard Warwick Kappa is doing a watch-along. Jesus Christ. I don't know who they're interviewing at the moment. Who is it? They're interviewing someone. I've got no idea who he is. If you're watching there, guys, let me know. What's that? Bro, stop spamming huge chats. Okay, I don't know who that is, but... All right. Tasman fighters are now Australia's best. I agree, Peter. $100 on Valor. No, he didn't win. Flash. I find it interesting not much was said about what appeared to be a bit of an exchange between Tim and Costa in the locker room just before the barroom fight. Typical before a fight. Yeah, it depends there, Flash. I didn't see that myself, but yeah, I wasn't aware of that. I think I've missed a couple of comments there. I'll get to the bottom now. All right, so about to get into the next fight. And it is, was it Fathi and Wade Rhyme? What's that, James? Ring walk in about 2 to 2.5 hours, I reckon. What's that? Jazzy Parr gets more views on her weights than the pay-per-view. She does. No worries. Was that Double A? We'll call you. All right. Yep, Bendy, Garside to get the finish. Don't think he'll finish the fight, Bendy, but we'll see. Yep, Charlie won on points. Naz, I don't think Garside or Redder wants to go after Poking Horn. He beats them both. I agree, Naz. I did say this morning, I was surprised when I saw it yesterday that Redder and Poking Horn look like they're going to fight next. Was that another reason maybe they pulled him out? I don't know. Or the other guy, I suppose it wouldn't have really worried them about being pulled out with the Poking Horn fight coming up. If I was Harry, and especially Redder, I'd be staying away from Poking Horn. But I think Garside and Poking Horn is the fight. That's the fight. I think Poking Horn beats Redder, and then and Poking Horn is obviously a very, very good amateur as well. So prediction 5th to 6th round KO for Fathi. We'll see. You should go. Okay. You should go get a big mirror and put it behind you. Can you do that? I should have thought of that. It's too late now. I haven't got a big mirror anyway. Sorry. It's not a bad way to do it though, is it? If I put the mirror behind me and put the TV in front of me, you'd be able to watch it in the back. Good call. Maybe next time, mate. But I haven't got a mirror at the moment. I can't do it. Good. It's not a bad idea. That's a really good idea. Do the people do that? I'm sure they do. If you all mention it tonight. All right. What's that? I've seen on the current affair. Garside wears dresses and paints his nails. He said his dad cops shit for it at work. Bloke's a weirdo. Each to their own, Profits. Each to their own. Goodman KO a player. I don't think he wins by knockout. When's the main card? Has it already started? Yeah, this is the second fight coming up there, mate. Garside loses. Hopefully Charlie Bell by unanimous decision. Not going to happen. What is it? Getty something detailed. No. Harry Garside's not losing this fight, mate. All right. Also, don't understand why Ozboxing has them late at night on weeknights. Should be on a Friday or Saturday night. The reason they don't, mate, is because of the football. And I know football's played all over the world, and American football and English football, and that, and they have all multiple things to watch on a weekend. But in Australia, it's rugby league and AFL, and that's basically it. And we cannot. It's just pointless going up against them. Especially this fight tonight, if it was up against the football, even less people would watch it. So I do get you, though, that even though it's on a weeknight, surely they could start it at the main telecast at 6 and maybe only have 4 fights. So we're actually, I think the main event should be on no later than about 9:30. Absolute latest, the main event. So we're out of here by 10:30 at the latest. That's what I think anyway, on a weeknight. All right, so Monty, Fathi and Wade Ryan in the ring. So where's he from? Casablanca, is that what he said? I'm not sure if you can hear that in the background there, guys. All right. So they introduce Monty Fathi. Such an awkward fighter, Wade Ryan. All right, random stuff. Mid-Sin Boxing usually does watch-alongs. Aussie dude, good bloke. I watch him sometimes while you're prop hosting the pub. Okay, what's his name? Mid-Sin. Okay, I don't know him. I'll check him out. Aussie dude. Okay. Haven't heard of him. Has he got a lot of followers, random stuff? Obviously, he has if you're watching him. You have watch-along in your title. Yes, I do, OG, but it doesn't say stream, so... All right, so Wade Ryan getting introduced at the moment. What's that, Charles? $70 to get your foot in the door. Yep, Charlie did win balling in the mix. If you find a stream, you might have to listen to Peter Bedell pretend he knows anything about boxing. You're much better off staying here and listening to someone who actually knows what he's talking about. Yep, thanks, Naz. How much boxing have you done? I can tell from your nose that you have done some. Well, I actually went to the Olympics in 96, OG squad, and Commonwealth Games and World Championships. I had about 100 fights for Australia back in the day. The nose, surprisingly, happened outside the ring, if you can believe that. I had about 100 amateur fights. Never turned pro, by the way, but I had about 100 amateur fights and obviously thousands of spars and everything else. Never had it broken in the ring. It happened outside the ring. So pretty crazy, isn't it? What's that? Jacob, $50 is cheap. I reckon I was going to go down and watch, but I got sick and that would have cost me $3,000. Lost the last bit there. Sorry about that. All right, round number 1 of 10. And the southpaw Wade Ryan sticks out the jab. Monty Fathi takes center ring. Both boys just exchanging jabs. A big 154 is Monty Fathi. That's a nice, impressive tattoo, by the way, for Wade Ryan. Not sure that bleached hair goes with his skin complexion either, Wade Ryan. He's very white. Yeah, he's a big 154. All right, so a cautious round a cautious start to the fight. Trying to make out what's on Wade Ryan's back there. It's a massive back job he's got there. Tim Zhu doing some commentating as well at the moment. So Monty Fathi being very respectful of Wade Ryan and vice versa. Wade Ryan always starts this way, but very, very awkward fighter. Monty Fathi just looks a little bit awkward at the moment. He's very, very straight up and down. There's not a lot of head movement with Monty Fathi. Good nick though. First round, Mike. First round. What's that there? Richard, what do you think of Paul Kent when he was when he was on, considering he was rugby league bloke? I actually didn't mind him there, mate. Unfortunately, I hear he's been run out of the game, hasn't he? Something happened outside the ring. As an AFL man, I don't really know much about it, but I didn't mind him. And that's saying something considering that he was a rugby league guy, but I think he actually did some research. So, all right, Colin, was that just got it? What time is Jazzy? She's been on, mate, and she won by first round stoppage. And don't get me started on that fight with the tie. First round, mate. I said before it was ridiculous and embarrassing by the promoters to put it on. Waste of time. Who won the last fight was cooking tea. It was Charlie Kazzi. Charlie Kazzi. All right, Zeus, first round, mate. We've got 15 seconds to go. Could be anyone's round, this one. No, there's been nothing happen between either guy. Both guys have literally just poured out the jabs, and the other one's trying to counter the jabs. So it's almost a 0-0 draw. That's almost impossible to score, but I don't believe in even rounds. My gut feel would probably tell me Wade Ryan has won that round. A very, very cautious start by Monty Fathi. And I don't mind or don't blame Fathi for being cautious to start the fight. But the problem is that someone like Wade Ryan, if you let him get his tail up and let him get a bit of confidence and get his range and everything else, he can be a really, really tough fighter to get on top of. So Monty Fathi probably has to plant his flag a little bit in the fight and let Wade Ryan know he's there, or else he's going to, as the fight goes on, Wade Ryan's going to get harder and harder to pull in. So he needs to step the pace up, I think. Now, I was pretty sure Billy Dibb was the trainer of Monty Fathi, so I'm not sure what's happened there. Who's got a better jab at the moment? Fathi's probably got the better jab there, Phoenix, but I thought Wade Ryan was more effective. I'll say it again. He's a big unit for 154. I've promoted Wade Ryan in the past, and he's not small either. And Monty Fathi looks a lot more solid than what Ryan does. And Wade Ryan, he's just daring Fathi to come forward to counter with that left hand, and so far he's done a pretty good job. Fathi in centre ring, just coming forward, but just not really throwing it, and he's just pouring out the jab at the moment. And Wade Ryan's waiting for it and countering with the left hand. Nice left hand lands from Wade Ryan. Nice left hand from Wade Ryan. I don't know what happened there, but they touch gloves. Minute into round number 2. And a little clash of heads there as well as they came through, which does happen with Wade Ryan because he's so awkward. Just excuse me while I have a quick ease there, guys. I can get a bit of reflux because I rushed down my dinner, which I tend to do because I'm always got these shows to do. So another really cautious start to round number 2. Well, we're halfway through round number 2, and I think Wade Ryan is just frustrating Monty Fathi at the moment. Another left hand there. Look, there's been no real damaging punches thrown. Neither fighter's really loaded up at any stage. It's just been pretty much, I'll pull with my jab and you pull with your jab, and then we'll see if one can counter the other one. Looks like he's got a mark under the right eye too, does Fathi. They come with a big reputation, Fathi. I'm not seeing anything that would get me excited so far, though, because Wade Ryan, I think, is winning this second round as well. Sorry, Jacob. Yeah, 10 rounds, mate. 10 threes. Do I make the score, Mike? No, I don't make the score, but I'll let you know the score, mate. Gave the first round to Wade Ryan. This second round's been a lot closer, but maybe Wade Ryan just a nothing fight so far, though, guys. Just both fighters really really hesitant to engage. Wade Ryan always fights this way, by the way, but I would have thought Fathi would put a little bit more on Wade Ryan to start the fight. So 10 seconds to go in round number 2. And I think Wade, look, it's a tough one. Really, really tough one to score. You make a score your own. Look, both rounds could have gone either way. I'm going to say 1 round each there, Mike. 1 round each. All right. What's that there, Jesse? That's what No Limit is known for. Padding stats, getting easy fights, yeah. All right. So that is round number 2. And I'm going to say 1 round each. Both guys have had some success. But let's just say it's not fight of the year candidate so far. Both guys have missed a lot. Been a little bit of holding, bit of wrestling. Very, very tentative, both guys. The only thing I'll say so far is that Fathi so far looks like he's another one of those fighters who just looks sensational when they're ironing out lesser lights and just struggles when he comes up against someone with a bit of class. Now, we're only 2 rounds in of a 10-round fight, so he's got a long way to go, but he just looks like he's struggled with Wade Ryan's style so far. A little bit more head movement there from him as we start round number 3. It's almost like both guys have decided that, all right, we've had a couple of rounds to feel out. Now it's time to pick it up. And Fathi coming forward, just trying to close the distance with Wade Ryan, who's more than happy for him to come at him so he can counter him. Was that Marcus? $70 for tickets. Oh, okay. Yep, cool. Yep. What's that? Appreciate the watch long. It's better than reading updates. Yeah, no worries, mate. All good. Not many people paying for this pay-per-view, is there? All right, so a minute in. Tawisi's up next there. Yes, he's up next. Cambo, I think. Hang on. Yeah, he'll be up next. Yep. All right, so the round started off pretty fast, but so far not. Well, actually, it has picked up in comparison to the first 2 rounds. We're getting a fair bit more action. And Fathi actually starting to have some success at Wade Ryan. Starting to get through, which is what he has to do. If he tries to box Wade Ryan from a distance, he'll get outboxed. And Wade Ryan really is just looking to pull the jab and come over that big overhand left. But Fathi's done a good job so far of reading it. Lands a good right hand. Some good punches from Fathi. Good round from him. The first clear round we've had so far, I think. And Wade Ryan just looks a little uncomfortable in there at the moment. And Fathi looking a lot more confidence. He's landing good punches now. He's landing good jabs. He's countering with the right hand. It's been a good round for him. Really good round. Sorry, Patrick. No links, mate. I'm with you, Grommets. Colin Wins is a fellow that wears dresses fighting. Two more fights, mate. All right, 30 seconds to go in round number 3. And a good round to Fathi. I think he's won this round clearly. And Wade Ryan, just as I said, just starting to struggle a little bit with what Fathi's bringing to him. Good right hand. Nice right hand. And he goes down. Beautiful right hand. It was a delayed reaction. In the 3rd round, is he going to get up? Surely. And he's counted him out. Just like that, the fight is over. And he does a backflip. Jeez, always makes me nervous. Almost knocks out the cameraman as well. And that is it. A 3rd round knockout. to Fathi. He picked it up in that third round, and right at the end of the round, he landed a right hand. And Wade Ryan, you could just see he took it, he stopped, he just hesitated a little bit, and then he took a knee, didn't look overly hurt, and then he's taken the 10 count. Bizarre. He does another backflip. There's Billy Dibb in the ring now, so it must just be his manager or something. There you go. What's that? Let's go squad. Is that what it is? Inside 3 rounds. There you go, mate. Well, you're right. Yeah. Just like that. And as I said, it was one of those punches. He got hit, and he just stopped in his tracks a little bit, and then just took a knee all over and just got counted out. Obviously, we're not in there. We don't know what happened, but geez, a really good knockout to Fathi. Just made 5K. Good on you, Zach. Well done, mate. Maybe it's Fathi isn't all hype. We'll see. We'll see. Whatever that is, detail in there. One thing he can do is punch, though. So he landed a right to the body. And I did say during the round that Wade Ryan was starting to look a little uncomfortable. So there was a right hand from Fathi, landed right on the button. He went back. He must have got him in the eye, I think. That's what happened. Yep. I think it was he got him in the eye. Yep, right in the eye. Yep. Okay. But it was a real delayed reaction. A beautiful right hand right on the button. And he almost crept backwards. And Fathi actually kept creeping forward. And then he went down and took the knee. And that's a big backflip too, by the way. But yeah, he's got him right in the eye. Well, it's one good thing. We've got an early finish. That's good. He was excited about it too. Almost took out a photographer and a cameraman and Billy Dibb. Yeah, really impressive performance by Fathi. Still a long way to go if you ask me. I just think, yep, he landed the right hand. Beautiful. And Wade Ryan's eye is just closing by the second. That'll be shut by the time he gets out of the ring. That hit him right on the eye, and it's really swollen now. Just one of those perfect shots. Got him right on the button. So no shame in that. Wade Ryan's not the type of guy, by the way, to take a knee easily. Must have been a really good shot. And that's it, round number 3. So we've got 3 fights to go. So what is it, 20 past 8 now? So you would think that the next fight should be over, worst case, by about 9:30. Harry Garside's fight's only a 6-rounder. So what's that? Garside getting starched. Fight is over, Mike. 3rd round knockout to Fathi. Remember when Jarvis made Fennick fall over? Oh, that was funny, wasn't it? I think Jeff forgot, and Brock probably forgot as well, that when they were last probably in the ring together, Jarvis was a lightweight or something, and all of a sudden he's fighting at middleweight. I think that fight was. So, yeah, I gave him yeah, mate. Must have been a really good shot. Yeah, no disgrace for Wade Ryan. He'll be back. He'll always get fights. But that right hand hit him right on the dot. Whoa, there you go. He's just called out Michael Zarafa. There you go. Let's see how Michael Zarafa reacts to being called out. Yep, the crowd is saying, yep. The fight is over, Mike. That is for sure. 3rd round, Keno. What's that there? Catch a sip. Sonny Bill Williams versus Gallen. I don't know much about it, mate. You're going to be at the Opatai fight in June. Maybe Eagle Cap. Maybe. I spoke to the promoter, Mick Francis, 2 weeks ago. So we'll see. We'll see, mate. Look, I'll be honest, I'm not overly enthused by the fight. I love being up there in January um, when Jai beat Niika. Just a brilliant event, and Tasman Fighters did such a great job on that promotion. But I am looking to maybe go over for the fights in July, their Eagle Cap. I'm looking to get over for the fights in New York, which is the all-women's card on I think it's July the 11th. So Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, and then it's all female undercard. I think there's four world title fights on the card, which should be great. And then on the following night is the Zapata, Stevenson. Who else is on there? Man, Kadeev and Morel, Belunga and Shiraz and Puello and Matthias. And then flying over to Vegas for the Tim Tszyu and Manny Pacquiao doubleheader. So that's what I'm looking at this stage, Eagle Cap. But it'd be great to get back up to Queensland because, as I said, they were awesome, especially to all the reporters and people like myself, the YouTubers up there. They really welcomed us in and gave us full access, and something you don't normally get at a lot of the these big events. They almost treat, especially the YouTubers, they sort of treat us with a little bit of contempt, and they just forget that, not that I'm a massive channel, but there are some big channels out there with a lot of people that watch. Why not give everyone or get as much exposure as you can for your event? So Mick Francis realises that, and it was really good to actually ring me and a lot of others personally to say, hey, mate, we want you to come up. So it was great. So, yeah, it's a tough sell. Opatai will destroy him. I just feel, being honest, but anything can happen. Yep. I can't do it, Karen. Although next time I will see if I can get the mirror at the back. I didn't even think of that. So maybe next time. What's that? Let's go, squad. I need Ibic to win this next fight. Random stuff. I remember when Ron Casey hit Normie Rowe on the midday show. I remember that well too. That was funny, wasn't it? What was that? That was probably about, 30, 35 years ago, I reckon. And Ron Casey just lined him up. And no, hang on. Was it the other way around? Ron Casey hit Normie Rowe. That's right. All right, so the interview on George Rose and Tim Tszyu at the moment. Let's just hope Peter Bedell stays out of it. Let us know, guys, if anyone out there is going to the Tim Tszyu fight. 10 times profits. Opatai versus Usyk is the fight the world wants to see. Yeah, how good would that be? It'd be awesome. They're just showing highlights of Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora. I still cannot believe they didn't stop that fight. Amazing. Victorious. Yes, Fathi did win, mate. 3rd round knockout. What's that, Colin? Hang on, I missed your comment there, did I? You lucky bugger. Frequent flyer points, Colin. They come in handy, mate. Zapata beat Stevenson, says Boxy the Space Dog. Billy Dibb's got a decent stable of fighters. Yes, he does. Good man, Billy Dibb. Met him a few times. Really good guy. Yeah, I'm hoping Gal gets a job done over Sonny Bill Baku. What's that? OG Lights Out. I mentioned you months ago he would beat Michael Zarafa. Pretty boy, Fathi. That was easy money. Yeah. Well, I would have thought that Michael Zarafa's not really going to want to fight someone like a Monty Fathi when you're so close to another world title shot, or maybe a fight with Tim or Nikita, whoever it might be. I don't think you want to fight Monty Fathi in what would be a non-title fight for next to nothing. I look, not that I think Michael is on the cusp of anything great, but he's still in the mix of in the world scene, and unfortunately, Monty Fathi doesn't really have a lot to offer him. It's a little bit like Ahmed Redder calling out Harry Garside the other day. It's never going to happen. Not going to better really either fighter. So, but I don't think it's going to happen, OG. But look, from what I saw tonight, he'd probably give Michael a really good fight. Mirror in the background will get your channel canned for a few. Oh, is that how it works? Is it? Okay. All right. Is that how it works? So they can actually pick up a mirror in the background. That is crazy. How do they pick that up? Is there algorithms that pick up someone with a mirror in the background that you can see something? That is nuts. I understand. I've been given a holiday a couple of times for putting on videos where there's music in the background. I always thought that if there was music playing in the background, it was okay. It's only if you actually put the music on your video. I mean, how can you help third-party music? You're walking down the street doing a video, someone's playing Back in Black by AC/DC, and I get demonetized or barred for a couple of days, whatever it might be. I don't think that's very fair. But the fact they can see a mirror in the background, that is crazy. Must be some pretty amazing algorithms. Darren, poor management by Zoo's Corner and the doctor, Darren. But at the end of the day, Tim's Corner had every opportunity to stop the fight. All they had to do was say the cornerman, Mark Gammon, just had to say, look, I can't stop the fight, can't stop the cut. Wouldn't you have thought, but I know we've been over this a million times, by the way, I'm just looking at it through the eyes of Uncle Igor in the corner and whoever else is in there, and whether Mark Gammon, the cut man, said, look, I can't stop it. I think it was blatantly obvious to everyone that was there that they couldn't stop the fight, stop the cut. But I'm just staggered that in anyone's minds that you would look at it and go, yeah, it's okay to fight. He'll come good. He's got enough to win. The minute your fighter is handicapped in any way, I would think you would take the opportunity to get out of there and take your titles with you and regroup and go again. He still would have been paid. So I don't understand why they allowed him to fight. I know Tim would have been saying, I want to fight, but take it out of the fighter's hands. They should have stopped that fight. But anyway, that's my 2 cents anyway. What's that, Darren? Who's Arafa supposed to be fighting in Melbourne for a world title shot? I don't know. Darren, your guess is as good as mine. I know he's been saying that, but I mean, he's only ranked by the WBA, and that's Lara. He's not getting Lara again. Janabek, I don't think would want a bar of him, or would he? Actually, he might be ranked with the WBC, actually. That's probably the only one I can think of. And, after what Lara did to Michael, I would hate to see him fight Janabek. That would be brutal. What's that? OG, can you buy me a ticket and I'll come with you? Yeah, no, we might be able to organise that. I've seen fellas wearing glasses to reflect the fights. That is crazy. Sarah, Jazzy Pa is amazing. Let's go, Harry. You've got this. I was pretty vocal earlier, Sarah, about Jazzy. Not her personally, but the way they allowed that girl from Thailand to get in the ring, it was disgraceful. And I said before that Jazzy would have got more benefit out of 5 minutes on the pads out the back. Just disgraceful they allowed that Thai girl in the ring. What's that? Nectar of the Guys. My mate's channel got canned for 2 weeks because they could see the reflection of the fight in his glasses. That's crazy. There you go. All right. Sorry, guys. So if you've come here for the live stream, you're in the wrong place because I can't help you. I can't put my glasses on. I can't get a mirror. All I can do is, I've got the volume up there. Not that that's probably going to help. I can put the volume up a little bit, but that'll probably get me canned as well. All right, so they're talking about Liam Paro's next fight being in Queensland. Liam Wilson as well. Okay, so they're talking about the Cairns card having Liam Paro on that card with Liam Wilson. Not together, but on the same card. Good stuff. There you go. All right. Some more comments there. Hang on. All right. Unruly Girl. Nothing is stopping me from going to Vegas to see Tim Tszyu fight against Fundora rematch. This time I made the mistake of not going for the first fight. Do it, Unruly Girl. I'm assuming you're from over in the States or Mexico or somewhere like that. So I'm saying if you're obviously a big boxing fan. If you can get there, do it. I was there for the first fight and it was amazing. And the whole card was amazing. And in hindsight, one of the best cards you'll see, there was Pitbull and Romero. Zarafa and Lara wasn't much to see, but on paper it was a really good fight. Brian Mendoza fought Bolachuk on the card as well. It was a really, really good card. And then the Bloodbath, which was the main event, made it more memorable too, didn't it? Just giving tribute to John Hogg, a long-time Queensland representative up there. who passed away. All right, Darren. Yep, 100%. I think the corner thought Tim was invincible. He would take out Fundora. Yep, bad mistake, mate. All right, Boxy, the Space Dog. I love a lot of these names. I think Tim's corner was poor against Russian champ too. No plan B or C. If he loses to Fundora, it's retirement time. Yeah, well, that's the shame of it there, Space Dog, because if that did happen and he retired, I mean, he's retired before his career's even really got going. I mean, he hasn't really had one of those big legacy fights. He hasn't fought a Crawford or a Spence or, any of these guys. He's fought, Mendoza, and he's fought Buckram, and he's fought Fundora. He's lost to two of those guys. Before that, his biggest win was to Brian Mendoza. So if that was the case and it did happen and he decided to retire, I mean, as I said, his career's, he'd retire without really having any legacy fights. So Ryan, mate, we've got 2 more fights before Sam Goodman. All right, so volume's okay, is it? All right, I'll turn up just a little bit. Her opponent, that was just silly. Yep. Okay, Darren says he's hearing August for Liam Paro, is it, in Cairns? We got Ibic in the next. Yes, mate, I have Bendy. What's that, Unruly? Maybe run into some boxing fan enthusiasts like myself at the July 19, 2025 Zoo fight. For sure, Unruly Girl. Yep, if I go, I'll be letting everyone know where I am. If you are over there and you watch the channel, happy to catch up for a bit of a drink or whatever it is. I know I have seen other YouTubers do that they have a catch up, that they let people know. Sure, I'm not sure we'd have many people there, but I know some of the people with hundreds of thousands of people or followers, when they do it, they catch up with everyone, do a meet and greet, whatever it is. So, but I'd be more over there saying, hey, I'm going to be at this bar at this particular time. If you want to come down for a drink, let's do it. All right. And we are going to do that boxing deep dive tour one day. Not too far down the track. And if you're only watching tonight, what I'm planning to do is have a tour so that I just give you a whole package of what it's going to be. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Are you in? Let's all go together and make a trip out of it. What's that? Money Fathi versus Wade Ryan, who just went. Fathi by 3rd round knockout there, mate. Nikita is supposed to be on the Cairns card and they're waiting for his hands to heal. Yeah, and plus because of Tim's fight in July as well, I heard as well. In California, yep, good stuff there. Yep. Get there if you can, Unruly Girl. I'm sure you've been there before, so. All right, yep, so speaking, come on, people. Being a boxing fan enthusiast, many here should know this is not a streaming fight. That's the watch along, yep. Cal, have you heard anything on Virgil Ortiz, and did you see his hand, and who do you fight from America? I think his next fight's going to be an easier one, Cal. That's all I know. I think Oscar said that, didn't he? That his next fight will be an easier one. He's had 2 tough fights in a row. All right, so both fighters in the ring. When's Garside on, Don? He's on next. We've got a fight in the ring at the moment, the heavyweights. Oh, sorry, never Mexico. Sorry about that. Oh, audio will get me canned too. All right, sorry. I'll turn that down too. These bloody YouTube police, isn't it? Yep, hit the likes. Keep them coming. Shadow Boxer, how are you there, mate? Good to have you along. What do we got? We've got 157 people in there at the moment. Thanks very much. Who do you think wins the next fight, says Jack? I'm going to go for Stephen Ibic, but not with a lot of confidence, Jack. I think it's going to be a good fight. Yep, decision. Yeah, if he wins, it's going to be by decision. Baku. B. Who are you favouring in the next one? Yep. Toisi KO. No, as I said, mate, I think Ibic's going to win this on points. I don't know. Catch you slipping. Oh, yeah, okay. Ahmed Redder, Patrick Lilly was Cairns. Okay. Let's hope we got a KO, Jack. All right. Both 34 years of age, both around the same height, same reach. Weight's about the same as well. Yep, meet and greet. Done, Unruly Girl. It was good last time, actually, when we were in Vegas, because I caught up with D-Style Boxing, and sure if you're watching this channel, a lot of you will watch that as well. So we had a sit down with Glenn Jennings, Tim Zoo's manager. I think D-Style actually got an interview with Tim as well, which was good. And D-Style and I also did a wrap up of the fights outside the T-Mobile Arena as well, which was great. My brother's always said to me, it's all about the dollars with Tim. It's just a payday. Yeah, maybe. Julian, Tim's time to redeem himself against Fundora. Tim's ready this time. Yeah, well, we'll see, mate. It won't be easy. How much was the pay-per-view? Just in case, it was $50, mate. See the things I do for you guys out there and girls. Ben is saying beats Sarafa. Yeah, I don't think Mike was too interested in the Aussie scene at the moment, guys. I don't think that's going to happen. All right. So 8 wins, 1 loss, 7 knockouts is Tawisi Vutu. I can never pronounce these guys. Trained by Ben Harrington. Very, very good trainer is Benny Harrington. Good man too. They introduce Stephen Ibic. He's got Floyd Masson in the corner. Stephen Edwards, cut man, so he's in good hands there. Not sure who's the trainer though. Who's it? Ah, there he is, Blair Studley. Good man, Blair. Really good man. Yep, promoted by Ace Boxing. So is he 6 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 2 knockouts. What's this? Did you have the fight on at the pub? No, I didn't, Cal. That's why I'm doing this, because they wanted $600 for me to put it on at the pub. And there's probably as many people in the room with me at the moment, which is 0, that we would have had at the pub. It would have been just a waste of money. So I decided that, hey, I'll pay the $50. I'm still well in front. Yeah, Nitro Jim Darren. Good man, Blair. Really good man. What's that, Shadowbox? It was either pay for this pay-per-view or my son's boxing classes for the week. I went with the son's boxing classes. Good call, Shadowboxer. Very good call, mate. And you can always just listen to me commentate it anyway. What's that? John Luis Batista. Cesar Vaca has a chance. I don't think so, John Luis. Ford is also on the cans card. Oh, good stuff, Darren. Thanks for that. All right, guys, we're about to start round number 1. 2 big boys. What are we going to see here? We know that Vutu loves to throw bombs. Let's see if he can put some together against Stephen Ibic, who's a very good fighter as well. All right, into round number 1. 10 3-minute rounds for the Australian heavyweight title. And I'm going to call him Tawisi because I'm not going to be able to get my tongue around his name for 10 rounds. Tawisi, that's if I can get his first name right. Tawisi takes center ring, Stephen Ibic on the outside. And these are 2 big guys. And Tawisi is just poking and prodding with that lead hand. And I don't know for sure, but for me, Ibic looks like he's got a very good amateur background. I would think with his style, very stand up, nice and tight, nice lead hand. And both guys is having a look at each other. What's that, D Repo? Tawisi win by rear naked choke. Has he got a background in MMA, has he, or something there, mate? I don't know. I don't know much about him. I've seen him fight a couple of times with boxing, but never in MMA or anything. So Tawisi coming forward, looks pretty switched on, eyes wide open. And he's just poking that jab to the head and body. Ibic looks probably the better technically, but Tawisi looks like he's got more power. He's a big guy, Ibic, isn't he? Really big guy. So pretty uneventful start to the fight. We're almost halfway through round number 1. And you can't blame, I suppose, both of these fighters for probably being a bit cautious. At this weight, I mean, geez, anything can happen. I'm not liking the way from Ibic that left hand is low. It's a really easy target for that right hand from Tawisi. Oh, is that Vuwas Utu? Is that how you pronounce it, Marley? Thanks for that. I still won't be able to get it right, so I'm going to call him Tawisi. What's that? Reckon Big Daddy? That's right, I saw that he's back. No, I don't, Colin. I think Big Daddy's finished, mate. Vuwosi Utu. Okay. I'm still going to call him Tuosi there, Marley. All right, so we've got 50 seconds to go in round number 1. And just like the fight previous, not a lot happening to start. But as we saw in that last one, fireworks can happen at any time. Very cautious start by these guys. Tuosi's probably winning the round, I would think, just by purely taking centre ringing, just being a slightly more proactive. But Ibic is not really throwing anything except some jabs. No worries, Roy the boy. All good, mate. Just doing my part for Aussie boxing fans out there. As I said before, mate, it was going to cost me $600 to put it on at the pub, so I thought I'd spend $50 and watch it at home and do the watch along while I was doing it. So that's it for round number 1. Look, I don't think it could get any more uneventful than what it was, but I'm going to give that round to Tuosu just by his aggression. I'm scoring the fight there, Mike. I've got it 1-0 for Tuosi. What's that? Explicit? No way Conor Benn really called out Shakur for a fight. Let's hope. Or isn't he a welterweight, Conor Benn? I think Conor Benn should not maybe get too ahead of himself. Explicit. I think he fought a great fight against Chris Eubank, but he still lost the fight. I don't think he should be calling out the likes of. Well, he's at 154 now, isn't he? He's gone to 154. I don't think that's a really smart move. I don't know who's in the crowd. The inspired unemployed, whoever that is. Are they a band or something, are they? Yeah, 1-0. Okay, Miko. I actually had it the other way, but it was that close, mate. Could have went either way. Does KO know if it's a pun? Probably Shadow Boxer. That's why I thought it was named after, to be honest. Does KO know it's a pub location and charge accordingly? Yeah, they do, mate. Apparently, they can track you down. I think. I think if I think you can stream KO on your phone, can't you? I'm not sure how it works, mate. All I know is I've been warned by a lot of people in the industry, in the pub industry, that is, don't do it, or else you're in all sorts of trouble. And I think if you get caught, massive fines. I think, but I'm with you. I don't know how they would, if you're streaming it from, say, your phone to the screen. I don't know how they would see it, but apparently they can. Probably a bit like if you've got a mirror in the background showing the fight, that they would ping you for that too. So I don't know. I'll do this comment before I get back into this one. We're nearly a minute in. Have you by any chance uploaded your talking boxing, walking boxing videos to Spotify? I have, Roy. Sorry, mate. I was on the road all day yesterday. I did it this morning, mate. So they should both be on there today. Yesterday's walking boxing as well as today's, and talking boxing. So apologies about that. Yep, so she'll be on there, Roy. All right, so we're a minute 15 into round number 2. What's that? You Are a Legend. Is that for Jesse? What's he done? He's found a stream, has he? Hang on. I haven't seen it there. Got a stream. Okay, well, knock yourselves out, guys. I'm sure we'll drop by about 150 views here. But anyway, good on yous. If I'm down having a beer, can you do a pay-per-view on your phone, Finn? I don't know how it works. No stream flip-flop. It's a watch-along, mate. It's a watch-along. All right, 1 minute to go in round number 2. Another very, very cautious round by both guys. I've got this round for Ibic so far, and that lands a good jab. As Tuosu is on the back foot now, it's Ibic who actually takes centre ring. So again, next fight, Ben, that's right. So there's not a lot happening here at all. Nice little combination from Ibic, though. I get that it's a 10-rounder, but not much happening yet. Yep, so 25 seconds to go. Oh, there's my microphone. Yep, look, we've got 10 seconds to go in round number 2. I'm going to call this one to Ibic because I think so far it's a 0-0 draw, 1-1, as Tuosu turns southpaw, which I am always against. Good little flurry to end the round from Ibic. I think he won that round. What's that? 10 times profit. What is that? I heard they put a code on the screen that we can't see, and that's how they know who is streaming from their account. Yeah, I don't know how it works, mate. All I know is I've been warned by a lot of people not linked to Foxtel, just people in the industry who just say don't do it or else you're stuffed. Yeah, normally you can just have it on KO or Foxtel app. Yeah, I can. I've done it. I've actually streamed the DAZN fights from my phone to the screen in the pub, which is good because George Kambosos and the Canelo fights we put on, even though it was in the morning, that was good because, again, the zone's not really policed. That's going to change, obviously, once all this Foxtel thing happens, but they don't police it. I didn't really advertise it, though. I just sort of let everyone in the pub know I was doing it, but it went on the big screen, no dramas, and everyone loved it. So, all right, can someone tell Ben what the link is, please? All right, you guys just help each other out. Staying here for the vibes. Good stuff, Ben. Stream it and watch it here as well. What's your thoughts on Ben Damon's commentary skills? I was waiting for that one to come up. Shadow Boxer. Oh, look, he's okay. Ben's not a bad guy. I don't think we've got much better in Australia, to be honest. Shadow Boxer. I think he does a pretty good job. I'm not a fan of some of the other guys, as you know, like the Peter Bedell's of the world. No disrespect to him, he does his best, but he's just not educated. I don't know why they haven't got Barry Michael and Jeff Fennick. I know Jeff's upset a few people along the way for different reasons, but Barry Michael is a great commentator, so I don't know why they wouldn't have him on. And they've got AFL players and everyone on, and rugby league journalists and all this sort of stuff. I don't get it, but I don't think he's too bad, mate. What's up there, Jesse? Yes, stay here. I missed that one. I'll get to those comments. Unruly. A friend of mine on YouTube, I'm subscribed to a member of, does exactly what you do here. His backdrop includes all information, lineups. Oh, okay, that's a really good idea. All right, well, we've got a minute 20. A minute 40 to go in round number 3. And Toosi's probably done a lot better job in this round. He's been a lot more aggressive. Ivic's still using a nice jab to keep him off, though, but I think Toosi's done pretty well. Again, just by aggression. He's throwing a good jab. You could just actually see that both guys have just started to get into the groove, though, and that sometimes happens. It takes 2 or 3 rounds for that to occur. And both guys look a little more looser now than what they did in the first 2 rounds. Robert, no, it shouldn't. Shouldn't be $50. And Shamuts, I don't know about this. Someone just said they had a link before. Complete links won't appear on the chat. You guys discuss that amongst yourselves. Just get back to a couple of comments there. So we have 40 seconds to go in round number 3, and not a bad round for Tuosu, who's coming forward and been a lot more aggressive. And Ibic just needs to go with him here. If he's going to be on the outside, he needs to be busy. But he's just on the outside, allowing Tuosu to dictate the pace coming forward. Tuosu's not throwing many punches either. But I just think the fact he's coming forward and looking like he's the aggressor. The judges always look for a reason to give someone a round. And at the moment, Tuosu's pushing the pace, which is why I think he's winning this one. Yeah, Paul Gallen would be a good commentator, Cal. Yeah, Ben, I'm with you there, mate. I did see him at the press conference and even the weigh-in. I thought they didn't seem that big, but they're big boys. Did Ibic win? Yeah, he's fighting now, Adrian, as was it Ben said? Someone said. Richard. Benny's better than Peter. Paul Gallen may be a commentator. Drop free links now. Well, go for your lives, guys. If you want to use the chat to drop your links, go right ahead. But again, this is a watch along, not a live stream. So Harry Garside warming up in the change rooms looks nice and sharp. He's got a lot of skills, Harry Garside. He's a very good fighter. Very good fighter. I seen a lot of Harry when he was a lot younger, probably about 10 or 12 years ago as an amateur. Just such good skills, really good skills. Mer Chan, I've got it 2-1 for Tawisi, whatever they said before, Vutu, or whatever his name is. So for Tawisi, yeah. I've got it 2-1 for him. Although a lot of close rounds there, mate. All three could have gone either way. Yeah, good punches from Tawisi. What's up there, Unruly? Shadowbox. I'm watching some of your fights I could find on YouTube's, mate. Not saying this because you're hosting, but you had a really great style to watch. Great punch selection. Thanks very much, Shadowbox. I appreciate it, mate. Yeah, I think there's about half a dozen fights on there, of my fights on there. I only put the winning ones on, though, mate, as you could probably see. Robert, yes. Can't wait for that one. Poking Horn beats Ahmed Redder, in my opinion. I'll just have 1 minute into round number 4. Not much happening here. So, what's that, Unruly Girl? Traveling the fights and show is a blast. It's a great way to support one another, to exchange ideas and brainstorm ways to improve and support boxing combat channels. Good stuff, Unruly Girl. Well, when I'm in Vegas or New York, wherever I'm going to be, I'll let everyone know where I am, and it'd be great to see some of you up close and have a drink or whatever it might be. Good in early rounds. That Tawisi guy, yeah, it's flip-flop, yeah. Well, so far, Ibic's not giving you much to think about, though, flip-flop. That's the thing. I would think that he might just up the pace a little bit and just make Tawisi just work a little bit harder. Because at the moment, he's just dictating, well, Tawisi's dictating the pace, which means he's fighting at his own pace. And the secret of fighting those types of guys that can gas a bit is getting them out of their comfort zone. So when they're trying to rest, that's when you actually pick up the pace. Dimitri Bivol did it superbly against Canelo Alvarez, and that's one of the main reasons he beat him. Canelo was always used to fight into his own pace, and Bivol took that away from him, and he was gassed after about 4 rounds. What's that, Cal? No other watch-alongs when you're not doing that. Share links, but will not disrespect you. Love you. Thanks very much, mate. What's that? No other watch-alongs when you're not doing that. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Tawisi with this because of aggression. Yep. Any links? Don't know. Hakan. Score. I think Tawisi's winning this round 2, Mike. And if he does, it'll be 3-1 in my book for Tawisi Vutu. So 25 seconds to go in round number 4. 4 of 10. And Ibic's just not doing enough. He's on the back foot. He's poking that jab out. He does throw a right hand and a left hook there. And the pace has started to just go up a little bit, but I think Tawisi's won 3 out of the 4 rounds so far. Could be 2-2, who knows? Good one, Nectar. Yeah, so that's it for round 4. And as I said, Tawisi for me is 3 out of the 4. Who else out there is actually watching this card, guys? Let me know your thoughts. Look, we've only got a couple of fights after this to really try and make the money worth it. But so far, geez, I was hoping that the undercard would probably have some really good fights on it to justify the money. But so far, haven't seen anything, unfortunately. All right, we're about to enter round number 5. Robert, yeah, mate, it was a waste for everyone concerned, mate. Waste of everyone's time, effort, money, whatever. Enough said about it. Could be a KO, I doubt it there, mate. What's that? And really good. It's great to hear Tim's positive feedback and that he's commentating. It's doing wonders for him. Nice to hear Tim's commenting right now. It's good for him, yeah. So are you watching there, Unruly Girl? Or you're listening to my volume there? What's that, Shadowbox? When you were fighting, did you try and model yourself off Leonard? Geez, I wish, Shadowboxer. I'm glad you think that, mate. No, I actually modeled myself off a lot of different opponents, mate. I had, not opponents, my heroes. I used to love Vinny Pazienza and Julio Cesar Chavez and Hector Camacho. That's who I modeled myself off. Sort of confused myself every now and then trying to be someone I wasn't. But, I just tried to be myself by the end, mate. When I was a kid, I tried to be all those fighters, but no, I was just myself, mate, and just tried to have a really high work rate And by the end of the career, it was not really about outscoring people. It was about trying to take them out because the only way you win internationally sometimes. So I'm with you, Richard. Ibic needs a wake-up call for sure. 3-2 Ibic. We're only in round number 5 though, Miko. So can't be 3-2 yet. Could be 2-2, but I've got it 3-1. All right, so halfway through round number 5. And this fight really hasn't reached any heights yet. Ivic's sort of coming forward a little bit now, if you can call it that. He's sort of taken centre ring, but neither guy is really throwing anything. Both are just waiting and picking and probing and not much going on at all. Yeah, thanks, Shadowbot. Yeah, work rate. That's when you only got 3 rounds, mate. You got to make it count. Actually, I fought 4 rounders. I fought 5 rounders. But when it's 3 rounds, mate, and it's a 10-9 or 28, was it? Yeah, 10-9 sort of system they used. You lose 1 round, mate, and you got to win both the last round. So you got to work hard. All right, so we've got 45 seconds to go in round number 5. Better round from Ibic. Nice little combination there. To us who drops the hands and said, yeah, no, that didn't hurt me. The card is worth $10, so that's about $9 more than a lot of people have said, David. Just starting to gas a bit there, Tamafit, is Tawosi. This is a 10-rounder bendy. Almost at the end of round number 5, and I've got Ibic winning this round, which will bring it back to 3 rounds to 2 on my card, although there's been a couple of close rounds in there, so who knows, it could actually be in front. So better round for Ibic. Both boys starting to load up a little bit now, which is good. This is, left hand lands on the bell from Ibic. And I've got Stephen Ibic winning that round. So for me, I've got it 3 rounds to 2, but not with a lot of confidence. Could be either way this fight. Mateo VD, saludos desde Jalisco, Mexico. I'm not quite sure what that means there, Mateo, but thank you. Saludos, is that greetings or something, is it? I did Spanish, study a little bit of Spanish there for a while, but I did it for about 3 years and couldn't remember anything. What is the meaning of saludos? Regards, there you go. Is that regards from Jalisco, Mexico, Mateo? Greetings to, what is, I don't know how to say it anyway, but, he did land a good left hand right on the bell. And gracias, Mateo. Thank you. All right, round number 6. And just in the last sort of minute of round number 5, things really did start to heat up. So let's hope that the last 5 rounds of this, we have a bit more action. And I gather, Mateo, you're here for your man, CESAR Vaca. What's unruly girl? Not sure how I feel about Manny and Barrios. I'm not a rap for an unruly girl. I think, first of all, I don't know how Manny Pacquiao gets a fight for a world title after being out the ring for 4 years and coming off a loss. But anyway, it is Manny Pacquiao. But that's the WBC for you, isn't it? I think he'll go okay. Barrios is only a limited fighter, not a big puncher. I think he'll be okay physically. I just think he's really struggling, or he was struggling. That was 4 years ago. Just looking a little bit short of pace and speed now, isn't he? Yeah, I'm with you there, Space Dog. Manny did need a tune-up. All right, well, we're minute 10 into round number 6, and just when we were hoping for things to pick up a little bit, we've gone back to a bit of a walk at the moment. Both guys just with their left hands out, pouring with it, probing, looking for openings, looking for maybe a right hand to drop in there, but not much happening at the moment. Tawusu's taken centre ring. Ivic's using his jab on the outside when he can be bothered throwing it. But, not a lot in this. I think Tawusu... right hand lands from Ibic. Nice right hand. And you might have Tuoso in a bit of trouble here. He looks gassed, does Tuoso, and Ibic pours it on. Another right hand. In trouble is now Tuoso Vosuatu. In big trouble. Ibic teeing off, struggling to hold on. He goes down. Tausu Vasuatu is down. More from exhaustion, it looked like there. Didn't look like he actually just fell down, but the referee's giving him the 8 count. He's in trouble here. He looks awfully gassed. And Ibic's about to turn it on with 45 seconds to go in the round. And Vasuatu looks gone. He is punching back, but he's also trying to hang on, and Ibic is going for it. 30 seconds to go, and he just cannot seem to get a hold of Ibic. Ibic goes to the body and back to the head with some uppercuts there. Good shots. And Tausu, yeah, he's in all sorts of trouble here. He's going to get stopped here. Can barely stay upright, and Ibic just pouring it on. 10 seconds to go. Will he last the round out? He's taken big shots, but he's got heart. He's hanging in there. I wouldn't be surprised if Benny Harrington stops his fight. But the bell rings. That is the end of round number 6, and he looks very dejected going back to the corner, does Tausu Vasuatu. He looks exhausted. He looks hurt. He looks disheartened, really. Benny Harrington trying to get him up, trying to get him out of his slumber there, but that's going to be tough. You did say flip-flop, didn't you? Now, I think the referee's just having a word to Benny there. I think he said, do you want to stop? And he said no. Well, he's saying he wants to continue on. Benny Harrington said, do you want to continue? And he said yes. Yeah, Robert, good call there, mate. They did do a 10 count for him before. John Hogg. Been around a long time, mate. All right, here we go. Round number 7. And let's see if Tausu can last his fight out. He comes out aggressively. And you would think that Ibic would just keep his composure, try and get through maybe halfway through the round when Tausu's probably starting to gas a little bit again and maybe turn it on. But he's being very patient here, letting Tausu come at him. I did see that unruly girl. That I didn't like that either when Paulie said that Barrios was a shit fighter. I don't think you should call anyone a shit fighter, especially coming from Paulie Malignaggi, who should have a lot more respect for other fighters than that. I didn't like that, mate. Unruly girl. And hanging on again here is Tausu, and that's not a good sign considering we're 50 seconds into the round. And that, another right hand from Ibic. Tausu now looks aghast again. He's only a minute into this round, number 7. And starting to hang on. And Ibic, you can just see, he's just trying to line him up for that big right hand. So just a bit of a lull here in round number 7. I'm surprised that Ibic's not really trying to put it on Tausu. And Tausu does land a right hand there. Did he shake Ibic up with that punch? And now he tees off. And Ibic just trying to ride the punches. Now we've got some action. And Ibic comes back with a right hand of his own. And Tausu back with a right hand. Now we've got some action. Tausu just pouring it on in. Is Ibic in a bit of trouble here? Ibic's the one that now looks tired. He looks almost gone. And Tausu just teeing off. Another big right hand. And Ibic looks gone. Goes to the body now. And Ibic in all sorts of trouble. He's not trying to hang on though. He's trying to ride this out, which is not a good sign. He should be trying to tie Tausu up. But Tausu just teeing off with 45 seconds to go in round number 7. Big round for Tausu. It looks like he's punched himself out a little bit here, but Ibic on wobbly legs. And you can see the crowd in the background is going off. And Ibic just looks like he's a statue at the moment. He just cannot move. He can't hold on. He looks completely gone, but he's hanging in there. Tausu, another right hand. He almost falls over. He put that much into that punch. Another right hand lands from Tausu. Ibic in all sorts of trouble here. Can Tausu put him away? Big round. Wow, what a turnaround. And what was a very lackluster fight, a big right hand at the round, and Benny Harrington sprints into the ring as they actually go face to face or forehead to forehead at the end of the round and had a bit of a laugh with each other, thinking that's a good fight, brother. Let's do it again for 3 more rounds. But Benny Harrington jumped into the ring, and we've got a fight on our hands again, guys. I thought that was it in round number 7, but Toasu is showing a ton of heart, and now it's Ibic in the corner trying to be revived by his corner. All of a sudden, he looks dejected as well. He looks tired. As they shower him with water, he's trying to take the deep breaths in, but what a round for Toasu. Yeah, you're right, Robert. The last 2 rounds have almost saved the fight. Yeah, who was that there? Finn, yeah. They almost stopped the fight in between rounds. I reckon Benny Harrington would have been close because Toasu looked like he was gone and was dejected and didn't want to be there, but he's come out in round number 7 and just completely turned it around. What's going to happen in round number 8? Toasu takes center ring and he's on the hunt. It's amazing what happens when you get your tail up a little bit. You get your third wind. And it's Ibic on the toes, just trying to find his legs, poking out the jab, but that he looks very, very gassed at the moment, does Ibic. Yep, Space Dog, Slavic power, that's for sure. Oh, he misses a big left hook, Toasu. I'm not there, of course, but geez, if I was in Toasu's corner, I'd be saying jab to the body or fake a jab to the body, come over the top of the right hand to the head because Ibic's just there for it, for the right hand over the top. So Toasu, he's just found another gear here, just coming forward. He looks so full of confidence all of a sudden. Lands a right hand to Ibic. Didn't really phase Ibic too much, but he's on the back foot. And you just get the impression that maybe he punched himself out in round number 6. Because in round number 7, he was gone. He's trying to punch back with Toasu in close at the moment. He's just got nothing on his punches. But I've got to say now, it's Toasu who now looks gassed. And Ibic's starting to come forward. A lot of clinching here at the moment, though. A lot of leaning on each other, I should say. Not so much clinching, just leaning on each other. They're both exhausted. He did get a knockdown flip-flop. He did, which could be the difference in the end. Oh, he missed a big right hand, Ibic, and Toasu come back with his own combination. Good punches inside from Toasu, and Ibic backing off. Just looks absolutely exhausted at the moment. Good jab and a right hand from Toasu. Has Ibic in trouble in the corner. Big punches being thrown by Toasu. Right hand lands, but Ibic comes back with his own right hand and left hook. A minute to go in round number 8. Another big round for both guys. Toasu's winning this round, though. Just amazing that these guys have been able to hang for this long. Yeah, Bendy, it is a crazy fight. Big punches thrown by both guys inside. They're taking a little bit of a rest now as they just lean on each other in centre ring, but Toasu's still just ripping those uppercuts on the inside. And I think he's won this round as well so far. Still 25 seconds to go in round number 8. And now Ibic comes back. Oh, jeez, what a fight this has been. These last 3 rounds have just made us forget about the previous 6. Or 5, I should say. Oh, big shot. What's the timeout here? I'm not sure what's happened. Someone's lost their mouth guard, have they? Toasu's lost his mouth guard. I don't like this either, guys. When someone loses their mouth guard, it should be stiff. If you lose it, it should just be, all right, well, the referee can maybe pick it up as they're fighting, put it in his pocket and give it to the corner in between rounds or throw it at the corner or something. That is the end of round number 8. And they square off in the centre ring again. They just stare each other down in the centre of the ring. That is amazing. It's a slugfest, all right, guys. What a fight. So, look, I forgot to even score the rounds, to be honest. What was it? I had it 3-2 after 5. I was at 8. I've probably given 2 of the last 3 to Toasu. So that would make it 4-4, would it? Yeah, it would be 4-4. But with the knockdown, I'd have Ibic in front. So that's my scorecard, guys. I think 4 rounds apiece. and the knockdown in favour of Ibic. But a lot of close rounds. All right. What's going to happen in his last 2 rounds? Let's hope they can both get through the rounds because they're both absolutely exhausted at the moment. All right. They both get themselves off the stools. And actually, Tawosi is the one that looks fresher. And we start round number 9. And just subconsciously for both these guys, thinking there's only, or knowing there's only 2 rounds to go, you probably see a bit of a spark in their step this round, I would think. Good one, Peter, with 2 missing teeth. All right, so we're 30 seconds in, and Tawosi just misses a big right hand there. He's trying to push the pace, and Ibic's the one just trying to keep him at a distance, I would think, to try and get more leverage on that right hand. G'day, Bacon and Eggs. How are you there, mate? I've got I've got Ibic up by 1 point at the moment, Mike. I've got it 4 rounds apiece with the knockdown for Ibic. So Ibic lands a good jab. Tawosi comes back with a counter right hand that landed too. And it's quite a start to the round, but you probably see this coming from both guys where they realise the importance of the last 2 rounds, and you just can't throw bombs and you'd be open for the counters. So both being a little bit cautious. Ibic moving to his right, which is interesting, even though he's an orthodox fighter. Just trying to use his jab. Tawosi, good right hand. And Ibic's trying to get back on the jab with, we'll be halfway through round number 9. It's a cracker, all right, Phoenix. The last 3 rounds have just been crazy. Although this round's been a little more cautious. One of these guys at some stage is going to have to take a risk because the rounds are at a premium here. So both guys have to win both of these last rounds, you would think. And Tawosi coming forward. Ibic's now got a bit more spring in his step as he's poking out the jab and having success with that, but Tawosi's having more success on the inside. So with 50 seconds to go in round number 9, still anyone's round, I would think. Oh, big right hand and right uppercut lands from Ibic. I think he's winning this round so far. Tawosi doing his best. His chin up in there, mouth wide open though. Yeah, it won't be a draw with a knockdown, Grommets. And Tawosi comes back with a right hand, but Ibic gives just as good as he's gotten. 20 seconds to go, round number 9. Close round again. I've just got it in favour of Ibic so far, I think. Both guys are throwing big shots. Both guys showing massive amounts of heart in this fight. And that should do it for the end of round number 9. No stare down this time, just a pat on the backside as they go to the corners. Well, I've got Ibic actually up by 2 points, guys, although it wouldn't surprise me if it's a lot closer. I've got it 5 rounds to 4 for Ibic, and the knockdown puts him up by 2 points. All right, so 1 round to go. Stephen Ibic, Tawosi Vaca for the Australian heavyweight title. A big right uppercut landed from Ibic in that round. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, it won't be a draw, Mike, I wouldn't have thought. I would have thought that with the knockdown that will... although I suppose... no, I can't see it. I don't think it'll be a draw. Not with a knockdown. No, they don't, Nectar. All right, well, what have we got at the moment? 232 people watching at the moment. So thanks to everyone. And again, this is not a stream. It is a watch-along. I think what I might do next time, though, I've got a green screen. I might put it at the back. We might put like a boxing arena or something in the background next time, just so we've got something. Anyway. All right, round number 10. And both guys is head-to-head. This might decide the fight. And Tawosi coming after Ibic, who's on the back foot. And it's Tawosu who's actually jabbing now. Right hand just misses from Tawosu. This is going to be interesting if Tawosu wins this last round, because a lot of those early rounds were close. Good jab by Ibic, or from Ibic there. Right hand from Tawosu lands too. Oh, uppercut from Tawosu. Good shot. Bit of a headbutt to go with it there. It was accidental. Minute down in round number 10. Tawosu comes forward, bangs the body, then goes over the top to the head. Ibic's looking a little bit worse for her at the moment. Doesn't look hurt or anything, but looks really tired. Hasn't got a lot left. Tawosu coming forward. I've got a feeling this is going to come down to the knockdown here, guys. I really do. Ibic is winning. Yeah, I've got him winning flip-flop. I've got him winning by 2 points, but I've got a feeling that it could be... I think Tawosu's winning this last round, so it could come down to that. Although Ibic does rally a little bit there. We've got a minute and a half to go in round number 10. And now it's Ibic lands a right hand. Tawosu comes back with another clubbing right hand. What a fight this has been in these last 5 rounds. Jay, I've got Ibic winning by 2 points so far. Yeah, maybe Space Dog, I think even if Tawosu wins this last round, which I think he is, I think Ibic's going to win it by that point with the knockdown. So we've got a minute to go in round number 10. And Ibic moving to his right. Tawosu just looks desperate, just going after Ibic. Lands a lower left hook. Nice left hook lands. And now he unloads. Right hand, left hook. Another right hand. Just both guys showing a ton of heart in this fight. We've got 30 seconds to go in round number 10 there, Mike. Yeah, you're right, Richard, but I've got a feeling Ibic's going to win this fight, just a gut feel. But I think Tawosu's done enough in this round to win it. We've got 20 seconds to go in round number 10. Now, Ibic lands a nice combination. Tough round to score. Right hand lands from Tawosu. 10 seconds to go in the fight, and it's Tawosu coming forward. Both guys just leaving it all in the ring. What a performance from both guys in this Australian heavyweight title fight. And I'm going to give that last round to Tawosu. That's 5 rounds apiece. But with the knockdown, I'm going to score this 95-94 for Stephen Ibic. Well, down this Nectar, it's where we are. It's 9:17 here, mate. But I don't think it's going to be a draw. It's packed as at the Lawton Showgrounds. Is that a hotel or something there, Robert? All right, well, that's my scorecard, guys. I've got it 95-94 for Stephen Ibic. I don't think it's going to be a draw because of the knockdown. But I tell you what, that's almost worth the $50 right there, just that fight. I reckon, I don't like to say it, but I reckon that's the last of the action of tonight, I would think. Although, actually having said that, Harry Garside is very entertaining. I know in his own words he couldn't bruise a grape, were his own words he said at the weigh-in the other day, but he does throw a lot of punches. He likes to throw 5, 6, 7 punches at a time, Harry, so it'll be entertaining. Maybe he tries to pour it on a little bit over Charlie Bell. He has been doing a bit of strength and conditioning, so maybe, who knows? Maybe that might put him in line for a knockout. We'll see. But I don't think anything's going to top this fight. It's that Robin can't believe that 2 heavyweights could nail each other so many times and still last the distance. I'm with you there, mate. Please, Ibic, and then Goodman win, and I cash my ticket. How much do you win there, Og Squad, if that's how you pronounce it? Hey, no matter who gets this, full praise for both fighters. Again, I've got Ibic winning by 1 point, 95-94, but, geez, I tell you what, I was a fan of Patrick Valor, even though he lost, and I'll be the same with Tawosu. I've seen him fight numerous times, Tawosu, by the way, but I couldn't believe after the 9th round, the bell rang. They were both absolutely exhausted. They both just stood there and just eyed each other off. It was fantastic. Hey, I'm with you there, Profits. Rose Brothers should pay him a bonus. Please win Ibic. Ben Armstrong, glad I didn't pay for it, yeah. Look, it's been good though. Gromus, when was the Cairns card announced? Well, it looks like it's going to be July there, mate, or August was it? I thought it was July 11th. I'll just check that date. All right, so they're about to announce the scorecards. July 11th is a Friday night. So maybe it was at June 11th, which is a Wednesday night. Nah, it's only a month away. I doubt that would be it. So anyway, we'll see. All right, here we go, guys. And Tuosu looks towards the heavens, puts his finger up and says, please give me the win. All right, here we go. $96.94. $96.93. $96.93. For the winner, still the champion, Stephen Ibic wins the title. Retains the title with a unanimous decision over Tuosi Vasawatu. And full of praise is Tuosi Vasawatu. And Ibic, a very graceful winner as well. But what a fight. Just an unbelievable fight. There's one of those fights where there's no losers. Yeah, Darren, yep. Nikita, Liam Paro, Floyd Masson so far. And I'm pretty sure weren't they talking about maybe Liam Wilson on that card. So that's well said by Stephen Ibic. He says it's an honour to share the ring with Tuosu, and let's hope they have a rematch. Yep. He just said, I thought I had him gone in the 6th round, and then in the 7th round, he beat the shit out of me. Yeah, very well spoken and a worthy winner. What's that, unruly girl? Do you think Zarafa will fight Fathi? I don't think so, unruly girl. I don't think that. Well, I mean, what's his record now? Let's have a look at the... All right, I'll just refresh. All right, so Monir Fathi is now 9-1, so I doubt it. I doubt they'd risk that fight. I mean, the guys he's beaten, we lost to Joel Pavlidis, but his last fight before tonight, the opponent was 2-5. He's had one that's 7-6. He fought someone that was 0-22 a couple of years ago, 6-7-2. So yeah, I don't think the resume's there. Unruly girl. I don't think that happens. Be a good fight, but I mean, I don't blame Michael. I mean, he's in in the mix for some really big fights. So why take the risk of fighting someone like Monir Fathi? What's that? Catch you slipping, Garside by K. Let's hope so, mate. Be nice to get this over with by by about 10:30. All right, I see a couple of comments there. Yeah, we don't do links here, do we, bacon and eggs? But to call this Rafa the... Oh, is that what he said, unruly girl? I didn't sort of hear him say that. So you're obviously watching the fight, or you're watching highlights, are you? So he calls Rafa the best. Yeah. No, I don't agree with that, unruly girl. Let's just leave it at that. I don't agree with that at all. David Jackson, what do you got there, mate? I can see Garside using a lot of movement in this 6th rounder, much like he did in the amateurs. I just don't think it's sustainable when he starts boxing in 10 or 12 round fights. The difference is, though, David, is that he has fought a couple of 10 rounders, and he actually fought that pace for the whole 10 rounds. Extremely well conditioned. So it's whether... I was just going to say maybe it's whether he could keep the real beasts of the division off him. But we've seen Shakur Stevenson do it and Devin Haney, who aren't big punchers, and they've managed to do it. So maybe he could do it. I think he's very, very talented. I just don't think maybe he's strong enough not so much necessarily the punching power, just physically strong enough to keep those big guys. Like, can you imagine him in with the likes of a Pitbull Cruz or a Williams Zapata? I know it's a long way down the track, but they're the type of guys at that weight you'd have to be fighting, and that's my only concern. But as far as talent goes, a supremely talented guy. He really is. And I think tonight will just be target practice between me and you. Oh, highlights, unruly girl, good stuff. Back and forth. It's okay. There you go on YouTube. Yeah, pretty quick highlights. Good call. Where are we? They might be on Facebook, are they? Maybe Noonan Boy or someone's putting them up. Let's have a look. Or No Limit maybe putting them up, are they? I always go to Australian Boxing Central. Always the best. So nothing from Noonan Boy unless it's on... Okay. So they've done the press conference with Justice Honey as well. Some interviews on there. No, I'm not. I can't see. Maybe on Instagram. All right, guys. Well, we've got 2 fights to go, so we've got a 6-rounder. So you would think, I think we're going to be okay. I think Sam Goodman should be on by 10 o'clock, which would be good. So this card should be over by 11. YouTube, okay. Brent, okay, yep. Brendan Bradford, okay, yep. He's not a bad reporter, is Brendan. Oh. Yeah, David, he's a stacked division if he fights at lightweight. Yeah, well, this fight's at 140. But I think he's just using it as obviously just a tune-up, comeback fight. Got to do something about that haircut, though, Harry. About time to get rid of the little bit of the back there, mate, I reckon. What's that, Peter? Oh, hang on. Unruly girl, what do you got there? What's that there? Catch you spinning. What's that about? Sorry. That was an hour ago. Hang on. What was an hour ago? Okay. We've got you guys talk amongst yourselves. All right. What's happened to Paulo? Hang on. What do you got there? Oh, now I'm listening to Tim Zhu Short, and he's saying that not emotionally scarred. He promises dogfight in a world title. Yeah, I think, there's been a few people who have said about the mental scars on Tim. I don't think there'll be any mental scars at all. I think if you fought Bakram Murtazalov, now we're talking mental scars, because if going in there with someone that's ironed you out, we're talking Rocky 3 sort of stuff here with Rocky after getting flattened by Clubber Lane. That's what we're talking. But I think the fact that he just had the cut, I don't think that'll rattle him at all. I really don't. I don't think this will faze him. I think he'll be switched on. I think if anything, he'll be super psyched to put that fight behind him, show everyone what might have happened in the first fight. So, yeah, I don't think there'll be any mental scars. All right, Peter, what's happened to Paulo Cuso? He's gone from a potential world title challenger to a ghost fight. I'm with you there, Peter, but I think he's back with no limit. I did read in one of the articles when they were announcing all these fight cards that he was going to be on one of them. I can't remember which one it was, and then at the press conference he wasn't even announced. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's back soon, mate. But I have heard that he's definitely with no limit again, which is a great move on his behalf. I can't believe he left him in the first place. What's that wise Garside fight, not a 10-rounder? He has the cardio. I'm good. I'm with you there, actually, mate. It's a very, very good call, because his first fight, where was it? Harry Garside. Pretty sure his first fight... his first fight was a 6-rounder. His next 2 fights were scheduled as 10-rounders. So you're right. Why couldn't this be 10-rounder? Maybe, I've got a feeling catch you slipping. I've got a feeling as Charlie Bell enters the ring, by the way, I just think with Harry, they just want to get him back. They're not stressed about the rounds. They know this guy's going to be easy pickings for him. It's just going to be a bit of a hit out for him. So I just think they're treating it like that. I think his next one will probably be a 10-rounder. I think they'll just use this one to blow the cobwebs out, and then his next fight will be a 10-rounder. So Warwick, Zoo or Fundora? No, Zoo for me, mate. But it won't be as easy as what a lot of people think. I think it's going to be a very, very tough fight, but I'm going to go for Tim Zoo to get the win this time. So Robert, Benny Harrington boxing gym is at Pine River Showground. Oh, at Lawton. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Yep. And they put the fights on there. Yep. He's a good man, Benny. I caught up with him. I went over to Phoenix last year for Liam Wilson's fight with Oscar Valdez. That was a weekend of Tim's fight with Fundora. And Benny was great. Got me press passes to get into the weigh-in and all that sort of stuff. So, and good man, Benny. Oh, okay. I'm really good. Brendan Bradford. Okay, yep. I think Tim is ready. I don't see the mental scars that everyone thought was going to be present to present itself with Joey. Yep, I'm with you there, unruly girl. Zoo better forget about old throwback fighter and new smarts. Yeah, that's what I don't want to see. I don't want him to, with any bravado. He doesn't need to. The best fighters in the world are smart fighters. The best you've seen. Even the sluggers. I mean, the fighters like Julio Cesar Chavez and Roberto Duran, and obviously guys like Hagler, and obviously later on Mayweather and those types of guys, they didn't lose very often because they were so smart. And Tim, I think, is a smart fighter. It just sometimes he fights dumb, if that makes sense. Not often, but just sometimes. That's what obviously happened in the Bakram Murtazalia fight where he got caught, where he just, I won't say dumb, but didn't fight smart. I'll put it that way. But when he's super calculated and thinks his way through things, very, very hard to beat. And if that Tim Zoo turns up, I think he beats Fundora pretty comfortably. Dennis agrees. He reckons he'll stop Fundora mid-fight, take it to the bank. Okay. What's that, Shadow Boxer? If it annoys me, Creed taught Rocky how to box and move for the club rematch, only for Rocky to go back to a come-forward slugger for the Drago fight. Hey, I'm with you, Shadow Boxer. I remember thinking the same thing. I was like, what happened to the Rocky from Rocky 3? He looked bloody unbelievable against Clubber Lang, and I still think, in my opinion, and no one can convince me otherwise, that fight is the best choreographed fight ever captured on film. The second Clubber fight. Amazing. And everyone talks about the Drago fight. That is nothing on the Rocky 3 fight. Who's going to Vegas for Canelo and Crawford? I was up in the air, Robert, whether it was going to be Tim and the Fundora or Canelo and Crawford. I think I'm going to go to Tim and Fundora because, as I said earlier, the New York shows a week before. There's 2 cards in New York the week before the girls with Serrano and Taylor, and then the Big 4 fight card at Madison Square Garden, I think it is, and then going to Vegas the week after. Flights booked, hotels paid in full. Good stuff, mate. Canelo or Bud? I tell you what, I'm tempted to go for Bud, but I'm just going to put that last fight to the side and say that Canelo wins. All right, so they're getting introduced at the moment. Peter doesn't think Harry will be a good pro going forward. What's that, Darren? Leicester, Barry, Kevin Bartlett, Doug. Sports Night, Berwick, Springs Hotel. Okay, good stuff. $95 each. Good stuff. Where is it? Berwick. I might look that up. I wouldn't mind going to that myself. 25th of July. Awesome. Actually, I might. No, I'll be back by then. Good stuff. What legends they are. Leicester and Barry. Unbelievable. All right, Harry Garside, 3-0, 2 knockouts. Any thoughts on Hitchens Cambosis next month? Tough fight for George, says Will. Yeah, mate, I agree. Very, very tough fight for Will. I actually thought about maybe going to that fight as well. It's just too much to choose from at the moment. And only so many frequent flyer points to go around. So, a tough ask for George. I'm more hoping, more than anything, Will, that George can win that fight. Very, very capable of winning, don't get me wrong, but he needs to come up with some sort of plan, a better plan than what he had for the Devin Haney rematch. It just didn't work, turning the southpaw and what he was trying to do. So, what's that, Peter? 100% Tim fights dumb and lets his ego get the better of him. The way he fought Spence is his ticket going forward. I agree, mate. I agree, 100%. All right, so they're in centre ring at the moment. What's that? No, you were right the first time, Leonard. The Tim fought dumb against Murtaza. Oh, yep. Tell us when the fight starts so I can sync with the stream. You got the stream. Good stuff, mate. Awesome. All right, when the bell rings, I'll let you know. There it goes. Bell for the first round as I go to centre ring. Harry with that amateur style on the toes. Oh, I forgot that was his nickname. Aussie Harry Garside. The Charlie Bell now. So it doesn't actually look too bad in these first 15 seconds. Charlie Bell shapes up okay against Harry. He's very aggressive at the moment, Harry. Centre ring. Bouncing on on the toes in that southpaw stance. Very talented fighter. Super quick. Really good reflexes. Charlie Bell just looking to have a bit of a feel out in this round. And Harry just balking to the head, balking to the body, lands a nice little 1-2 there. 100% still looks like an amateur, but he's been quite aggressive in this fight so far, Harry. You know, we're only a minute in. But it's taken centre ring. And as I always say most of the time, he's looking to make a statement. Bell does land a right hand there, though, on the counter, which was a nice little shot. I thought, is he cut? Harry Garside looks cut. He is. So that right hand from Charlie Bell cut Harry Garside on the left eye. And it was definitely a punch because they haven't really come together at any stage. I did see the right hand land, and that punch has actually cut Harry Garside halfway through round number 1. Doesn't look serious, so there is a nice little stream going down his left side, but doesn't look like he's getting in his eye at the moment, so I'm assuming it will be okay. But now that that's happened, Harry's on the back foot, and it's actually Charlie Bell coming forward. He'd have to be full of confidence after that. And I like his style, Charlie Bell. Looks nice and tight. Hands nice and high. Harry does not look happy, though. Now he takes centre ring back, and you get the impression he's going to start pouring it on. There's a nice right hook that lands from Harry. Left hand lands. Good punches landing from Harry Garside. He's really opened up in this first round. And Harry coming forward. Geez, that trying to get a good look at that cut. And a left-hand right hook from Harry. 30 seconds ago in round number 1. Yeah, it doesn't look serious. Left hand lands from Harry. Some good punches being thrown by both guys here. Just that you can just see the work rate, though, of Harry's bothering Charlie. But he does throw a nice right hand there that just got him on the point of the chin there. So 10 seconds to go in round number 1. Been a good round for Harry, but geez, Charlie Bell's had his moments. And that cut. And Harry Garside's chest spluttered with blood. Good round. I got a feeling, I'm not sure whether Charlie Bell's actually cut as well. Or it might just be blood from Harry Garside. Oh, that's a nasty cut. But it is down the side of the eye. Not going into the eye, so I'm sure he'll be okay, but it's a nasty one. I'm lagging, am I? Sorry about that. I'm not sure why I'm lagging all of a sudden there, OG, but anyway. It was a head clash, was it? I just missed that then. I was looking at the comments. Oh, that's a nasty one. Probably about, looks like 1.5 inches long. And Charlie Bell's cut as well. It was a cut. So I got a feeling that the head clash has cut both of them. Both of them, Mike, both with cuts to the left eye. All right, round number 2. And Harry, I would think, is going to go for this stoppage. And I've got a feeling he's going to get it. So he comes out aggressively, takes centre ring. He's poking and probing that lead right hand. A lot quicker than what Charlie Bell is. But Charlie Bell's had his moments in the first round. Let's see if he can do it in the second round. Just so good on his feet, Harry Garside. So well balanced. Lightning quick with his punches. So Charlie Bell just on the outside, just looking to pick his punches. Wears a left hand from Harry Garside there, though. Nice little shot. Wasn't a hard one, but hit the mark. And there's a jab and a hook from Harry Garside. Is that a spelling error, Nectar, or that's what you think of him? Oh, there you go, Garside. All right, so just over a minute into round number 2. Not a bad start to the round by Harry, but he is getting caught by Charlie Bell on the occasion. He's been very aggressive, Harry. You can see that it's probably the first time he's ever been cut. And now he's on the back foot. Charlie Bell coming forward. Not throwing a lot of punches, though. I like that body shot that Harry Garside throws to the body. Just like a sweeping sort of left hand he throws. Sort of winds it up. All right, so doesn't like the cuts are too bad from either guy. Both guys still bleeding. There's a left hook lands from Bell, but Harry Garside comes back with his own left to the body and a right jab. Legs are going to sleep here. Nice right hook to the body from Harry Garside there. Look, Harry Garside's winning this round with 50 seconds to go, but Charlie Bell certainly in the fight. He's actually fighting really well. He's maintained that high guard. He's being patient. He's slipping some good shots and landing his own shots. But just at the moment, the work rate from Harry is causing him a few problems. Harry just fighting at a frenetic pace, in and out, throwing punches up and down. He's very, very busy fighter. All right, so 20 seconds to go in round number 2. And probably another good round for Harry. I think he's won this round, but Charlie Bell, as I said, is hanging in there. He's fought well so far. 10 seconds to go. Good body shot from Harry, and there's another 1-2, and Charlie Bell comes back with his own right hand. Good effort from Charlie Bell here. He does hit the canvas there, but it's a slip, and that is the end of round number 2. Good fight so far. Really good fight. Probably given Harry Garside both of the opening 2 rounds, but Charlie Bell has done well. He's hung in there. Oh, geez, he almost got a big glob of Vaseline in his eyes there, Charlie Bell. But both corners going to work on those left eyes. Both guys cut. Both with probably at least 1 inch wide cuts. Oh, that's a nasty one from Harry Garside. But again, it's on the side of his eye, so the blood is running down the side. And he's got Tony Valdescio in his corner there, who's probably one of the best in the business. So I'm sure he'll be fine. But that is a bad cut. That's going to need a couple of stitches after, probably 2 or 3 stitches, I would think, after this fight. All right, we go into round number 3. I get the impression that Charlie Bell is going to hang around. Because so far he's been extremely tough, and he's really taken everything that Harry Garside's been able to throw at him and actually return serve. So, oh, nice 1-2 from Harry Garside. Very precise with his punches as Harry Garside. Nice little counter left hand. So hard to catch. He's just just on his toes, in and out. Left hand, right hand. Left hand from Harry. Just looking like Charlie might just be struggling a little bit at the moment to keep up the pace. And Harry Garside can sense that, and he's coming forward. There's a 1-2 again from Harry. He does back out with that chin up in the air, though, and I don't like that in the pros. Just ask Sab Judah. So he's just probing that right hand. A little bit quieter this round, a minute gone. All right, so minute 15 gone in round number 6. Pretty dominant round from Harry so far. He's had Charlie Bell on the back foot the whole round. Does throw an overhand right there, though, from does Charlie, but Harry saw it coming from a mile away. Harry really starting to pick it up here, but so far, Charlie looks really comfortable in there. Oh, 1-2. Nice left hand from Harry. Lands. Good round. And another left hand. Now he's starting to really hit the mark. So we've got 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in round number 3. And a lot better round from Harry. This one's really clear cut, this one, I think. Minute to go. And Harry in centre ring, really just throwing. He's probably throwing 3 or 4 punches to one at the moment. Not landing a lot, but just a dominant round. Now it's Charlie Bell starting to come forward. Harry says, yep, I'll let you have a turn in the centre and I'll just go on the outside and do my thing. Oh, right uppercut from Bell lands. Thanks, Unruly Girl. All right, so 25s to go in round number 3. Good round from Harry Garside, although Charlie Bell hasn't been disgraced. And a couple of good punches from Harry, really starting to turn it on there. And I think Charlie Bell just starting to feel the pace now as Harry's really got his eye in, just throwing a lot of punches and landing punches. Thanks, Ross. And that's it for round number 3. Oh, I'll just have a bit of a spell there. My legs and backside are going to sleep. All right, well, I've given Harry Garside all 3 rounds, but I'll tell you what, props to Charlie Bell. He's been really good. Still having a few issues with that cut, but Tony Delvecchio looks like he's on top of it. There's Sam Goodman in the change rooms doing his thing. I'm not sure how long ago that those pictures are, but it looks pretty happy in there, nice and relaxed, ready to go. There he is. I was going to say there's no pictures of CESAR Vaca, but there he is. He looks nice and relaxed as well as he just walks around the change rooms. All right, round number 4. Here we go. And Harry Garside doesn't look like he'd blow out a candle at the moment. And he's fought at such a frenetic pace and just great conditioning. Oh, there's a left uppercut. Left hand lands from Harry Garside. Tell you what, the average fighter wouldn't be able to keep up with his pace, but Charlie Bell's done a really good job. I thought this might just be a whitewash, but he's done really well. John, we're in round number 4, mate. He hasn't won a round yet, but he's been very game, showing a lot of heart. And Charlie Bell takes centre ring. Harry Garside on the outside, and he says, "You've had enough of a turn in the centre. I'm going to do it now." And Harry Garside takes the centre ring. Throws good left hands, good uppercuts, good hooks, everything. Harry Garside, so impressive with his punching. He'll win, Mike. Don't worry about that, mate. Harry Garside's going to win this fight. I don't think he's going to get Charlie Bell out of there, though. Having said that, though, he does land a couple of good left hands. But Charlie Bell, full of heart. He's starting to land, Harry, but Charlie Bell's just, he's not landing a lot, but he's punching back. He's showing a ton of heart. Thanks, Glenn. All right, so 1 minute and 10 to go in round number 4. Just a quick question on the streams, guys, as we have a minute to go in round number 4. Does it open you up to viruses and all that sort of stuff? I've never done it myself. I've always wondered. But let us know. Do you have any issues with it, or it's a seamless stream, or how does it work? Do you have to put in passwords and all that sort of stuff? What's that, Busby? I need a KO for my rent payment. And I don't know, mate. Charlie Bell's been pretty tough. Got 30 seconds to go in round number 4. And he's hanging in there at the moment. I don't think Harry's going to get him out of there. I think Harry's throwing absolutely everything he can at Charlie Bell, and he's hung in there and shown a lot of toughness. Don't ask, Unruly Girl. Oh, a couple of good left hands from Harry as we finish get to the end of round number 4. Unruly Girl, it was a first round stoppage. I don't really ever want to comment on it. It's embarrassing for Australian boxing. The Jazzy Par, they flew out a tie, and it was all over in the first round. And, a real black eye for Aussie boxing, I think, and I hate to see it. I knew it had happened, and I just think it's disgraceful. All right, Les Fear, which is really surprising, saying to Charlie Bell, you need to show me something or I'm going to stop the fight. That is bizarre that Les Fear would go to the corner, and I'm really glad that his cornerman, Charlie Bell's cornerman, has said, hey, mate, come on, this is boxing. He's not a puncher. And Les Fear said, well, I don't care whether he's a puncher or not. I don't agree with Les in that instance. Harry Garside's been the dominant fighter, but Charlie Bell has given as good as he's gotten this whole fight. Been super tough. Hasn't been hurt, hasn't been dropped. I don't know why Les Fear would say that go to his corner and say that and unsettle a young guy who's having a crack. I don't understand. Charlie has no arm, Mike. I got no. I don't really know what you're talking about there, but yep, we've just lost our. We've just frozen here. I'm not sure what's happened there. I'm not sure what's happened there, guys. It has just died. Let me get it back. We'll see. But yeah, that's it, Bendy. The ref has the bet on. Yep, just hang on a sec, guys, because my Foxtel just decided to cark it. Should come back on a sec. All right, I'll get it back. Let's see if it comes back on. Sorry about this, guys. My Foxtel just decided to stop. We'll see if it comes back on. Give me a sec. It was nectar. It really was. It shouldn't have been on Aussie TV. It really, or any TV for that matter. Not good at all. Yeah, there you go. My it's just coming back on now, but my Foxtel or main event decided that it would cark it. Now it's just rebooting. So just give us a couple of seconds there, guys. I'm sorry about this, but yeah, on that, I don't know why. Les Fear would go to the corner of the fighter who's doing quite well. Okay, he's not winning, but to say, hey mate, you got to show me something, or I'm going to stop the fight. That's ridiculous. That's not on. And Charlie Bell, who's probably been pretty happy with the way he's been fighting, has looked at him like, what are you talking about? His corner actually said, hey mate, this is boxing. He's doing well. He's not okay. He's not a puncher. He's like, well, I don't care whether he's a puncher or not. He's got to show me something. I think he's shown more than something in this fight. Just waiting for this to reboot. Sorry, guys. It just decided to shut down as I was watching. So if anyone else is watching out there, give me the updates, will you? Give us a sec here, guys. I'm sure it'll be on in a sec. But that's crazy, isn't it? All right, let's see if it comes back on. Come on, anytime now. What's that? Robert, KO stream is clean. It had better be for $50. All right, well, who's winning? What round are we in? All right, just hang on a sec. Here we go. We're back. Just decided to shut down and reboot halfway through the 5th round. All right, so 5 rounds down. I'm assuming that Harry Garside won that round. And it's still struggling a bit there. There we go. Les Fear is about to stop this fight. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous, guys. Very, very poor from Les Fear. Very, very poor. Now, I could get it if he was being hurt, if he was taking big shots and not responding and really getting shaken by shots. But he did not get shaken at all. Okay, he was taking a few here and there, but none of the punches were hurting him. He never looked rocked or phased at all at any time during the fight. That is an embarrassment. And Les Fear, mate, he's a good guy, but that is a very, very poor stoppage. Very, very poor. Well, whoever wanted the stoppage from before, they got it. That is a ridiculous call. Yep, he was landing some okay shots, but did not seem hurt or rocked at any stage. Okay, so Harry pretty much won every round, but still, geez. Nah, I don't agree with that, guys. Give me your thoughts. Now, the ref was the ref, Grommets. The ref just said, no, you've taken enough, I'm stopping it. Now, I'm all for fights getting stopped, by the way, guys. If someone's taking punches and they're just too brave for their own good, I get that. I understand that. But when you get a guy he's taken a few, his head sort of snapped a couple, but not hurt or dazed or phased or rocked, nothing. Not even taken a backward step. That is ridiculous. And don't get me wrong too, I'm a very staunch advocate for stopping it a round too early than a round too late. I really am. But that was not a good stoppage. Oh, that's good, Busby. I'm happy there for you, mate. Music seems too loud there. What's that, Ben? Maybe an amateur fight, but a $50 pay-per-view is insane. Sorry, I missed you there, mate. Yeah, I'm with you there, Ollie. Yeah, been answering all the punches. Yep. I really don't agree with it, guys. Again, I understand when someone's taking punches and are being outclassed and they're too brave for their own good. Charlie Bell, while he wasn't winning the rounds, was in the fight. And he was giving as good as he was getting. He was throwing some good shots. The punches he was getting hit with were just sort of, they were just tappy tap sort of punches. Now, Mike, don't go there with Manny Pacquiao. I'll stand on a hill on that one that Jeff Horn won that fight, mate. So don't go there with Australian politics of boxing. Manny didn't win that fight, mate. What's that, Grommets? No limit fighters get the rub of the green way too often. It's egregious, yep. Ref had bets on the fight, yep. Complete joke for a co-main, and they're going into the final round. Nothing wrong with being homophobic. Oh, okay, we won't go into that one. Strange call. I'm with you, Sarah. No, Manana Bus is not bald. I don't think anyway. He wasn't the other day, but nah, look, not good that one, guys. Not good at all. I'm happy for Harry, but the fight is in Sydney, Australia there, mate. I thought it was a good fight. I really do. All right, we've got one fight to go, guys. What is it, 10 o'clock at the moment? Look, he was landing good shots. I get that, but not shots that were like, oh, wow, hard shot. No shots at all really rocked him or dazed him or anything. Anyway, some people might disagree. What do you got there, Sarah? Look, I will admit I don't know half the things in boxing, but I'm seeing Jazzy fight and then Harry's being stopped by the ref. I'm so bloody confused. Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard one, Sarah. Look, again, I'll say I'm all for stopping fights a little early if need be. If someone's getting really knocked around, but he wasn't getting knocked around. Jeez. Yeah, no, I don't agree with that one. Yeah, Busby, Tim and Manny on the same card. Is that no way, bro? Said Manny lost. Yeah, mate, I stand by it. Jeff Horn won that fight. 7 rounds to 5, mate. You can't just have one good round. Had money on the fight, not to go distance, but that was rigged. Need to be looked into. Yeah. Ref put money in. Yeah. We'll see. Oh, geez, it's hard sitting here. What has it been? 3 hours? All right, so this is a super bantamweight world title eliminator. Well, aren't they all eliminators? Manny outlanded Horn by 70 punches. Nah, sorry, mate. I think you got that wrong there, buddy. You can't just have one good round, mate. He didn't do anything for 6 rounds. He was 6 rounds to 0 down. And I thought Jeff won the last 2 rounds. Well, actually, no, I think I had it 5 rounds to 1 after 6. And I thought, even if Manny won a few middle rounds, I thought that Jeff closed the show out in the last 2 rounds and won, in my opinion, clearly there, mate. So sorry to upset you there. You're obviously a Filipino fan. Who won? Harry Garside 6th round. Well, is it a 5th round stoppage or a 6th round stoppage? I think they'll call it a 6th round stoppage, I think, because I'm not sure whether they started the bell went for the last round. Goodman wins. Monster is next. What's the prediction for Sam Goodman? I think Sam Goodman on points there. Patrick? Jesus Padilla. What do we watch it on? I don't know. Someone put the stream in there before, mate. If anyone's got it, put it there. Is it 4 News or something, whatever it was? Let's go squad. In fact, the ref warned the guy mid-fight that he will stop it and then stops it early. Very sus. Yeah, well, I couldn't believe because I thought Harry was winning the rounds there, squad, but I don't think, I mean, they were clear-cut, but they weren't clear-cut, if that makes sense. He won the rounds clearly, but he wasn't really knocking Bell around. Bell was giving as good as he was getting, I thought. Losing the rounds, but hanging in there. And he wasn't, as I said, he wasn't getting knocked around. So, any comment from No Limit? I think the fact that George and the other brother, what's his name? They got in the ring and had a word to Charlie. I think he'll be on another card. He'll be on another card soon there, mate. So, this event's set up for Goodman. Of course it is, Catch You Slipping. Of course it is, mate. It's in Sydney, Australia. He's the A side. He's got a world title fight coming up, or maybe coming up. Of course it is. He'll win. He'll win. Sam or Vaca. Sam will win there, normal. What's that? 5th round, 3 to 4. The 6th never started. Okay, yep. What's that there, Mike? I missed that one there. Sorry. Well, was that about Jeff Horn's face? Well, so what does that mean? Just because Jeff was marked up more, what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. I've seen guys win fights and be busted up. Doesn't mean just because you get your face busted up doesn't mean you lose the fight. That's a pretty poor argument there. I'm with you there, Mutsy. Bad stoppage. The talking point of Sam's house being on the line has been an odd strategy for the promotion. Good call, Robert. I thought that myself. Why do they keep bringing it up? Jimmy, you reckon there's any chance Sam gets him out of there in round 7 or 8? I doubt it, mate. Mexicans are pretty tough. No interest in Goodman versus Inouye. Yeah, I think unless you're an Aussie, you wouldn't have much interest in it. What's that CompuBox stat showed that Pacquiao landed 182 of 573, whilst Horn landed 92 of 625, 15%. I've never been a big one for CompuBox squad, especially when that 9th round, he probably outlanded him by 70 punches in 1 round. That 9th round was a massive one for Manny, no mistake in that. It could have maybe been a 10-8 round, but I just thought, that's why I don't rate CompuBox, because it's judged by rounds, not by one. If it was judging one total fight, then I can hear you. But How many times do you see a fighter have, 6 rounds each? One fighter's had 6 dominant rounds, the other one's won 6 close rounds. So I don't go by the CompuBox stats for a total fight. Maybe break it down round by round, but as I said, I think Pacquiao outlanded Jeff by 70 punches in the 9th round alone. So that still doesn't hold weight for me. Sean Porter mentioned on his show that he's heading to LA for Barrios Pacquiao Zoo Fundora press conference next week. Should be good. Awesome. Manny has a big cult support base. They treat him like God. They do, and I love Manny Pacquiao. I've been overseas to see him fight probably half a dozen times. Massive fan, and I'm not just saying it because I'm an Aussie. I just think Jeff Horn won the fight. So did the judges. And they rejudged it, by the way, guys. They got 3 independent judges to judge it again, and they still had Jeff Horn winning. So that's it. Full stop. It's all good. We can all have our opinions. He didn't lose the boxing bout there, mate. No, he didn't. You're obviously a Filipino. Good on you. And I'll say it. I loved Manny Pacquiao. He didn't win that fight, though, mate. Didn't turn up. What's that? Did Liam Paro commentate earlier? He did Unruly Girl. Yeah, I think he still might be there, actually. I think they just heard from him then. Who will win? Sam Goodman, debt collector. They tried to say Floyd winning was a robbery as well. Of course they did. Won 9 out of 12 rounds. They still said he won. The one thing I will say, I was at the Tim Bradley fight in Vegas, the first one, and there's no way that Timothy Bradley won that fight. The round argument was, what's that? The argument was that the Bell hadn't won a round. Oh, that Bell hadn't won a round and was copying a beating without defending a fair stoppage. No, I don't agree, mate. I don't think he was copying a beating. I think he was in the fight. I mean, he'd gone that far. What's one more round? I mean, I know one more round's one more round, but give the kid the opportunity to finish the fight. Ringside for Horn Pacquiao fight. Yeah, I was there, mate. I wasn't ringside, but I was up in the stands. It was a great fight. Just got back. How did Harry go? 5th round stoppage there, Peter. Yeah, it was close, Shutterbox. I had it 7 rounds to 5, and I stand by it. Yeah, go to the match. Well, as I said, Mike, just because you go out and you're all... I mean, Jeff looked like that after he won a lot of his fights. As I said, just because you're cut and marked up and swollen, it doesn't mean you lost the fight. So, I don't know. What was that? A spider? We get them all the time up here, mate. It's all good. Thanks, G Don. Will Sam lose? No, he won't. As long as it's not a big spider there, mate. Horn was a dirty fighter till he met Crawford and got blown away. Yeah, well, I think it was Manny outlanded Jeff 11 rounds. Come on, Patrick. Come on. Tizar, yeah, I don't think Horn was deliberately a dirty fighter. I mean, you look at him right from when he first started, he was just all arms and legs. Very awkward fighter. I don't think he deliberately tried to headbutt and elbow and shoulder and anything like that. I think it was just the way he fought. Not to say it's right. If you're doing illegal stuff, you deserve to get warned. But he's just that type of fighter. This thing, too, against Manny. Manny can be reckless as well, coming in with his head a fair bit. I just think it was just one of those fights. I mean, Manny was cut and marked up as well. But again, I'll stand by it. I thought Jeff Horn won the fight. Peter, biggest ever robbery, Fenwick Nelson. Yep, should have been jailed. I agree, mate. I don't think the fact that they gave Jeff the fight so many years later really mattered too much to him either. All right, so Cesar Vaca, 19 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 12 knockouts. From Guadalajara, Mexico, the home of Canelo Alvarez. What's that, Polly the Farmer? Win, lose, or draw. I don't know where Goodman goes from here. The Japanese are going to be all over this division, and they have strong feelings about honour and disrespect. They do, mate. They do. Well, his name hasn't even been mentioned, has it, Polly? It hasn't even been mentioned in what he's going to do. It's looking like it'll be, MJ, it'll be Nick Ball, and then it's Nakatani. So All right, Sam Goodman. Yeah, is it those? Is it the crazy bunch or mad mob or whatever the hell they're called up there? It's got a good fan base up there. Fight's about to start there. B. Vaca has a different style. Yep. Right. 19-0 with 8 knockouts. So not a big puncher. That's why I think this goes the distance. If Jeff Horn fight Manny in America, Jeff's not win. Hey guys, it's 8 years ago. Get over it. Jeff Horn won the fight. Get over it. You should be more worried about the Timothy Bradley loss, not the Jeff Horn one. Jeff Horn one at least was close. The Timothy Bradley one I didn't think was close at all. All right. So what do we got? We've got over 200 people watching, so thanks everyone. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Crew, CESAR Vaca's only ever fought. Is that jabbers? Don't fall for that. Plus 400. I don't know how the betting works, but... All right, guys. Well, they've gone to centre ring. They've touched gloves, and we're about to get into round number 1. Let's see what Vaca has. Here we go, round number 1. And Sam Goodman on the front foot straight away. That guard nice and high. Vaca, that typical Mexican style. Whoa, slips on the canvas there too. I'm not sure whether that was just some water left in the corner, though it is a neutral corner that he slipped in, so I'm not sure what happened there. And unusual that Sam's actually backing Vaca up, who's just content to move left and then move right and just pour the jab out and get a bit of a feel for what Sam Goodman has to offer. Was that the Brady bunch? Here's Tiz Art, yes. All right, so Sam Goodman coming out quite aggressive. Not many punches thrown, but he has taken centre ring and he looks like he's really keen to get busy here. Just spearing out that jab. Vaca looks nice and composed and calm at the moment. Just looking to see what Sam Goodman has. Yeah, I'm with you there, AI. I agree. I'm not sure how he'd keep Inouye off him. Bendy. Well, let's hope it comes Bendy because, what is it? Nearly 10:15. Oh, nice little hook from Vaca. Just hit the gloves of Sam Goodman. Both guys being very cautious so far. Right to the body from Sam Goodman. Vaca doesn't look too bad. Is it Vaca or Vaca? I'm going to call him Vaca. He looks very good technically, does Vaca. Is he a taxi driver? It's 19 and 1. I have watched a bit of him on YouTube, and he does look limited. But look, by rights, even though he is a Mexican who are the toughest fighters on the planet, you would think that Sam Goodman really should be able to get him out of there, maybe with an accumulation of punches. But he does miss a right hand, Vaca. So we've got 35 seconds to go in round number 1. Not a lot of action so far in the fight. Vaca just on the back foot having a look at Sam. Sam just content to follow Vaca around the ring. And spear that jab out and then look for the right hand over the top. Now, Sam Goodman's going to get this round just by aggression and being the home fighter, but Vaca hasn't looked too bad. He's going to need to be busy, though. He's going to need to be busy to have any chance of winning the fight. Nice right hand there at the bell, but I'm going to give that round to Sam Goodman. Vaca is in a way sparring partner. That's his claim to fame, yeah. Money's wrecking boxing fighters. Used to fight. Now they're chasing dollar fighters. Used to fight Jai fighting blokes as a sideshow, yep. Sam's a barbecue cooker from Oz. Barbecue cooker. Good round from Sam, though. I think he just did what he had to do. He just followed Vaca around the ring and dictated the fight from that centre. Good jabs. Vaca threw a couple, but never really landed anything, I don't think. So you'd have to give that round to Sam Goodman. Let's hope we don't have 9 more rounds of this. Although couple of other fights have really lit up, haven't they, after being pretty uneventful early on. So hopefully this one's the same. One, Peter. All right, we go to round number 2. Sam Goodman, CESAR Vaca from Guadalajara, Mexico. I'm not sure why there's so many haters though, Gromit. I mean, is it the way he fights? Is it his personality? What is it? I'm interested to know. I don't really know or care either way, but I'm interested in why there's a lot of haters on Sam. Is it his style or his personality? I know it's a good point there, Matt. All right, well, we're 40 seconds into the round, and they've thrown about 2 punches each, both jabs. Vaca on the back foot. Doesn't look overly keen to sort of engage at the moment. He's really just sort of looking to box and move, which I think is the exact wrong style to use against Sam. He should be trying to back Sam up. But it's actually Sam is the one that is pushing the pace here. Yeah, I'm with you there, Monk. Good call there. He needs an impressive performance to get Inouye's attention. But as I said, Inouye's got his next 3 fights lined up. So it probably won't be till at least, sort of maybe August, September next year if he does decide to fight Sam Goodman. I'm thinking that time maybe at some stage one of the belts or one of the sanctioning bodies will strip him, and that's where you'll see Sam Goodman pop up with a title shot. I don't think he fights Inoue for the belts. All right, we're halfway through round number 2. Sam Goodman again, just jabbing to the head, jabbing to the body. Vaca not really doing much of anything. Just being on the defensive at the moment. And I tell you what, when you're in someone else's country, you're not going to win a fight fighting like this. And he just doesn't seem intent on engaging at the moment. So 1 minute to go in round number 2. Let's see if Vaca can sort of pick up the pace a little bit here and try and... He tried an uppercut and a left hook there, and both of them missed by a mile, but... Sam Goodman looking very comfortable here at the moment. Again, jab to the head, jab to the body. And now Vaca is happy just to back up and allow himself to be dictated to. He lost the right hand from Sammy Goodman there. Julian is a full size ring. Yeah, as far as I know, mate. I can't sort of tell. Yeah, that'd be. Yeah, I reckon that's probably a 20-footer there, Julian. I know you can go up to sort of 22 or 24, but it looks more like a 20-footer to me. Roy the boy, how's the fight going? An honest opinion on Harry, mate. I'm full of praise for Harry Garside. Really, really good fighter. Time will tell on how good he's going to be. But from what I saw tonight, I'm going to back him against Billy Polkinghorne. I know he's fighting Ahmed Redder first, but I think he can beat... Look, I was a little bit up in the air, but tonight, it's probably because it's been 3 years since we've seen Harry. Look at the stats here, by the way. 13 of 72 for Vaca, 25 of 78 for Goodman. The punches. The valued CompuStats, who I don't really spend too much time on. Gromit's boring fighter, talks too much shit. Wasted a year of Inouye's time, fights cans. I can go, okay, Gromit, there you go. That's your decision. Yeah, no, I think he's capable of Roy. I think he's a very, very good fighter. I think as he gets a bit more accustomed to the pros, maybe puts on a little bit more beef, maybe goes to 140 full time, I think he'll do some good. So round number 3. Thanks, Monk. I appreciate it, mate. I'll get to a few comments in the break there, guys, but we're 20 seconds into round number 3. Who's winning? Sam Goodman is unruly girl. I've got him winning both the first rounds. Although Vaca does come forward there. he's just being too negative at the moment. He needs to pick it up. I mean, he's in his opponent's home country. He needs to stand out. He needs to make a statement. And so far, he's just letting Sam Goodman dictate it. Now, Sam's not throwing a lot of punches either. And Vaca, look, he just missed a left hook there, but he's starting to pick it up. But in my opinion, he needs to come forward. He needs to get the judge's attention, because if he just fights off the back foot, the problem is at the moment he's just not landing anything. He's thrown a few uppercuts, a few hooks, but just hasn't landed anything of note. Alexander, I've got it 2-0 at the moment. I think it just depends on the promoter, mate. It's just got to be a minimum size. Doesn't really matter what you have. I reckon this could even, I'm going to say it could be an 18-footer. It's not a big ring at all, this one. Could be an 18-footer. So halfway through round number 3, and a better round from Vaca. Coming forward, he's starting to go to the body a little bit here as well. And I think he might just be shading this round so far, although having said that, neither one of them have really landed anything of note. It's just that Vaca's sort of picked it up a little bit as far as his pace goes, and Sam's just content to poke out that lead hand. Okay, Polly, yep. Right hand from Sam Goodman. I'm with you, Grommets. He does need to come forward. He's too much on the back foot. He's not going to win this fight, no matter how many punches he throws from back there, if he's got Sam Goodman coming forward. And Sam Goodman's not doing much either, I can assure you. But he's not going to have any chance. He's a little bit of taunting to Sam Goodman there with 35 seconds to go in round number 3. How's that stream going there, guys? Are you watching it? Is it working? Let us know. All right, well, Sam Goodman's he's thrown and landed one good right hand. He does land a jab there. But, yeah, I don't know. This is a close one. I'm tempted to almost give the round to Vaca. But no, I just don't think he's landed anything of note. All right, I'm going to keep it interesting. I'll give Vaca round number 3, but, geez, so far 3 rounds of not much. What's that, Roy the boy? Did you watch Madalena on the weekend? New UFC champ, amazing boxing skills. I told you about him. You did the last fight, yep. And this fight, he just looked great. Amazing boxing, head movement, hit and make them miss. Mate, I'm with you. This is what I've been saying for how long? A lot of MMA guys don't give boxing enough cred. It's all about, I know, I totally get that it's all about the jiu-jitsu and all that sort of stuff and judo. I get that, but geez, I've always said with good boxing skills with the hands and especially the feet, good luck getting to someone that's got good hands and good footwork to try and get him to the ground and do all that stuff. So very impressed with him, mate, Madalena, and it looks like a really good guy as well. All right, I've got 2 rounds to 1 so far, guys. I don't know about that. Haters have an opinion. Yeah, it's a close one, Space Dog. Nick, it's it's a tough one to score. No worries, Franco. Well, we're in the round number 4, 20 seconds in to be exact. Sorry, Drunken. I'm not sure it's lagging for everyone else. Let me know, guys. I think it's pretty good. We've got 246 people watching, so no comments so far. So I'm with you there, Jordan. His boxing IQ is good. I've got it 2 rounds to 1 at the moment, but it could be a shutout so far. That was better from Vaca. He needs to pick it up. He needs to come forward. And I think if he comes forward and starts to try and muscle Sam, I think he can do some good. But so far, he's just allowing Sam to come forward. And again, they're close rounds, close exchanges, but the judges are going to go for one guy. If it's close, you know who it's going to be. It's going to be Sam Goodman. Well said there, Mars. All right, so just approaching the halfway point of round number 4, there's a double jab right hand from Vaca that Sam took on the gloves. Yeah, probably Kim misses a right uppercut, does Vaca. I had the third round close though, Kim. I think I just gave it to him out of the goodness of my heart. Yeah, Nectar. Yep. So his idea was to pay $50 for this. So just over a minute to go, round number 4, and so far it's a 0-all draw almost, isn't it? So Vaca, look, he's trying harder in this round. He's poking out the jab. He's trying to throw uppercuts and hooks. He's just not having any success. And Sam's not really doing anything except throwing a jab and pretty much a straight right. So it's just a tentative jab. Just not much coming from Sam Goodman, but equally not much coming from Vaca. Grommets. Yeah. Yeah, coach. What's that, Coach Gary climbing? Goodman was going to be so arrogant he could at least put on a show. Yeah, wow. He's trying to push the fight though, but Vaca, he's not looking to engage either. It's almost like, another right hand from Sam lands, although it was just a grazing punch. Vaca's challenging Sam Goodman to stand and fight, and when he does, he backs off. I think another round for... Oh, sorry, drunken boxing. Okay, sorry, mate. So the illegal stream is lagging. Sorry about that. I'm not sure who you complain to when your illegal stream is lagging, but go for it. All right, mate. Bloody hell is Sam trying to get on one of them boring Saudi cards. Mike, I'm with you there, mate. It is a boring fight. Combat Oz, Robert, his boxing was sensational in that fight. Yeah, it was. This is Madalena. Maybe 6 and 7 will be better. Well, let's hope 5 and 6 are better, Unruly Girl. Look, I've got it 3 rounds to 1, even though the round I gave to Vaca, I think I was being extremely kind. I've got it 3 to 1. It could be 4 to 0, but either way, Sam Goodman's winning this fight without actually doing anything, by the way. Zach, you're doing all right at the moment, mate. He's winning the fight, mate, so don't stress. He's going to win this fight the way he's going. I mean, Vaca just like most Mexicans, like he's stand up. He likes to rip and hook, but he needs to come forward. Yep, Sam's winning all right. Goodman is a running man. So round number 5. 3 to 1. I've got it the same. Murata, 3 to 1 for Sam Goodman. So the Mad Bunch or the Mad Mob or whatever the hell they're called up in the stands are doing the best to get Sam to actually do something, but it's that Space Dog. Fight is now opened up. No more calculations. Stream not laying for me. Standard Mexican pillow-handed boring shit bag, says Matt. Good call there, mate. God, Sam is underwhelming. Yeah, it's a hard watch so far, guys. Look, I'd like to tell you there's something different happening, but again, it's Sam Goodman center ring. Jabbing to the head, jabbing to the body. Vaca on the outside, sort of trying to taunt Sam Goodman, but not really throwing any punches. Sam tries to throw a left hook there that misses. Yeah, Mars, the streaming service is falling asleep. What sort of numbers they get on those streaming things? I've just always been too scared to try it. And they both exchange jabs there. At least here that Sam is actually pushing the fight. He's not running. He's just coming forward and just jabbing the head, jabbing the body. That's all he's sort of doing. Jab the head, jab the body, and then the occasional right hand in there. And Vaca is like, well, I'll just move to the left, and I'll move to the right. Maybe make a face at Sam Goodman, and then I'll throw a wild left hook that misses by about 3 inches. And there's a right hand that Sam took on the gloves. You with? I'm good. I'm with you there. Sorry, Grommets there, because there's talk that Sam Goodman, if he wins his fight, will be on the Vegas card on July 19th. There's a nice little overhand right from Sam, but it was probably not enough to knock the skin off a custard. But anyway, good little body shot from Vaca there. I think they should put Liam Wilson on that card, Grommets. Liam Wilson, always a crowd pleaser. And put Sam Goodman on the the Liam Paro card or something in August or whatever, July, August, whatever it's going to be. 20 seconds to go in round 5 and another very uneventful round. That's going to go to Sam Goodman. There's a right hand on the 10-second buzzer. I'm with you there, Richard. Do something. At least Sam's pushing the fight. Yeah, a little bit of action at the end there, but geez. What's that, Combat? I know they both don't have high KO potential. Was hoping they both do at least a bit more. Yeah, it's been a pretty boring fight. So I see everyone's found the stream. That's good. Congratulations, everybody. And we've got our second thumbs down. Didn't take long. I hope you feel good going out of your way to give us a thumb down. Is this Canelo? Hey, Glenn, I'm with you, mate. Is it Australia's version of Canelo's school? It definitely looks like it, doesn't it? Or is it Garcia and Ramiro? Or is it Haney and Garcia? Not Garcia Ramirez. Jeez, fair income. What's that, Mike? A good fighters are Mexican, Philippines, and Japanese. Good fighters in the audience will be happy if they set the fight. Yep. Love Liam Wilson. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to see him on that Vegas card. I think he deserves it, to be honest. Look, I don't know what it is with Sam, though. I mean, he's... What's happened here? A bit of water in the corner. Yeah, I had the 5th just for Goodman Space Dog, but I've got it 4 rounds to 1, but could be 5-0. Monk, Sam should fight Roman Cardenas on the inner way, MJ on the card. Yeah, I think being so close to the... Well, I agree, Monk, but I just think being so close to getting a shot himself, he won't risk it, but you never know. 48, 47. So you've given Vaca 2 rounds. Murata, I've given him 1, and I thought I was being kind. No worries, Roy. I'm on the stream and I want a refund. Oh, jeez. Matt Marslim's great, but I fear for his brain health, though. Yeah, with the battering he's taking, he has taken a few. Well, we're 40 seconds into round number 6, and it's the same old, same old. At least Vaca's starting to come forward. He does throw one. I was just going to say it was low, that one. At least he's trying. I'm with you, Mr. Serioso. Yep. What's that? Running man, Goodman. Open fight at the moment. Both fighters exchanging, but Goodman attacking and chasing, attacking first. Yep. It's been a dull fight. But it's funny, though, because both guys look like they're really trying to push the fight. But neither one of them is landing anything. It's a little bit like a, hate to say it, but a Mexican standoff at the moment. One will stand in the centre of the ring and dare the other one, and then the other they'll switch, and the other one will stand in the centre of the ring and dare the other one, and nothing happens. There's a couple of good body shots from Vaca halfway through the round. How do they look weight-wise? Also, I'm giving you thumbs down because Goodman is so ordinary. They look pretty similar. Unruly Girl. Vaca does look bigger. Good jabs there from Sam Goodman, but that's about it. I wish I could have some more action for you guys and call it a little bit more, but it's just literally exchanging jabs at the moment and just balking and feinting and pouring out a jab and just nothing happening. And whoever said it before about Canelo and School, it looks like that at the moment. It really does. I'm sure that Sam Goodman would have thrown more than 150 punches, but still... I don't think so, Monk. I just think he's struggling to get the range of Vaca. Good one there, Darren. Yep. 10 rounds tie. Yeah, Eubank Jr. and Ben was a great fight there, mate. Tis art. Run, Forrest, run. Yeah. Sam's won this round, but geez. I mean, Ben Damon doing his best to make it exciting, but geez. Oh, good body shot lands at the bell, but another round for Sam Goodman. Is that 7 rounds yet, or is it only 6? More action in the corner than in the fight. Whoever the cornerman is there, having a bit to say to Sam Goodman. I'm not sure, is he cut? He's got... Something over. Oh no, it's an end swell. Yep. Sorry, I thought it was a cloth or something. Oh, Goodman should have a high KO because he puts the crowd to sleep every fight. I love these comments. Boring fighters: Sam Goodman, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson. Yep. Next pay-per-view should be $2. A couple of cats fighting outside is way more exciting. What round is it now? I think we're going to go into 7, is it? Yeah, it must be about to go into 7. Not long to go, guys. You're almost there. I can't believe we've still got 258 people watching. I would have it 5 rounds to 1 at the moment. Do you get around the UFC or just pure boxing? Yeah, I appreciate the fighters there, mate, the UFC, but I'm not a big UFC guy. I don't watch it. If there's an Aussie in it, I will, but yeah, not my thing, mate. No disrespect to them. I just prefer. I'm just 100% boxing. That's all. Just a reminder: during a boring fight, Canelo still sucks. Goodman 58-56. Where can I watch? No idea. Comments are more entertaining than the fights. Yep. Running man Sam Goodman. Well, we're 30 seconds in. I don't know what to make of that tattoo on the back of Vaca, by the way. It looks like is he going to get removed or something? It looks sort of half faded. Little right hand from Sam Goodman landed there, by the way. Lovely panda. Sam Goodman for me, 5 rounds to 1. There's a left hook right hand that misses by a mile from Vaca. Just led with a left hook. Double jab that misses as well. Sam Goodman just pokes and prods and looks like he's going to throw something and doesn't. Yeah, I've got 1 for Vaca. Space dog. I had 5 rounds for Goodman, 1 for Vaca, but I think I was being kind. Crawford or Alvarez, I'm going to go for. I'm going to stick with my man Canelo tie, but geez, it wouldn't surprise me if Crawford wins that fight. Be kind there, Mike. What is it with you and Aussie fighters? All right, well, we're halfway through round number 7, guys, so not too far away from this being over. But same thing, both poking and prodding with that lead hand. Both look busy, both bouncing and looking like they're going to throw punches. But I'll be interested to see what the punch output is for this fight with the stats. Cal, don't know how people not like your comments and commentary have views so far. Good, thanks, Cal. There's only one winner, all of us, when the fight's over. All right, a minute to go in round number 7. And neither guy really breathing hard or looking fatigued at all. Sam just jabbing, a double jab, and Vaca comes back with a double jab. Zach, you're going to win money, mate, because Goodman's won pretty much every round so far. I'm with you there. Who was a free Palestine? I think Goodman should be able to, in my opinion, he should have been able to stop Vaca. Not by knockout, but by accumulation of punches. Round of applause for the commenters. Yeah, I like it. During a garbage fight, how do you have it scored? 5 rounds to 1 max. Well, 10 seconds to go, guys. And another round for Sam Goodman. Oh, there's a nice right hand. Excuse me, right hand to finish off. That got Vaca's attention and probably won in the round. So that is 6 rounds to 1 for me. And at least looks like he's come through unscathed. Barely looks like he could blow out a candle at the moment. His face is holding up okay. Barely been punched, actually. I forgot not taking his mouth guard out. Whether he prefers to have it in, I'm not sure, but he's left that mouth guard in. Pound for pound king wins by knockout. Goodman wins by knockout and gets a nowhere fight in Tokyo Dome and gets the bag. Okay. Monk Big George better not say that was a great fight from Sam. Jeez. Big George, he can do his best Don King impersonation, can't he? Sometimes he just needs the hair. Feel like you're just counting down time, boring fight. Yeah, it's a bit like that way, mate. Thanks to the powers that be for not making 12. Yeah, good call, Grommets. That's not a 12-rounder, guys. So that's what normally world title eliminators are, aren't they? 12-rounders. So, yeah, 10 rounds unruly girl. 7th for Goodman. So 6 rounds to 1, sorry, for Sam Goodman. as we're on to round number 8. And there's more excitement in the crowd, I think, than in the ring at the moment. I think Barrios wins, Jonathan, but don't ride off the Pac-Man. I think Barrios' style is ready-made for Manny. Yeah, now Vaca's throwing a few. Here we go. He's trying to push the pace, starting to throw that left hook. That's what he's got to start to do. And I think, is that a cut? Oh, now he's starting to throw a few. Sam actually went down, but it was scored a slip. I thought he might have been cut. Just trying to get a good... No, maybe not. Yeah, I think there is damage around the eye. And now Vaca's starting to come on. He's saying to Sam, let's fight. And suddenly, all of a sudden, Sam's looking like he doesn't want to bar it, and he is cut. I think he did, Robert. Good round from Vaca so far. And Sam Goodman, it's like, since he's definitely cut, I'm not sure it's the same cut as before, as the sparring incident, but he's definitely looking to not engage. He's on the back foot. And a good round from Vaca, 1:20 to go. I'm not sure whether it was a head clash or a punch. But a good round from CESAR Vaca. This is what he should have done earlier in the fight. Willy Wonka, Vaca knockout. Yeah, it was a slip, yeah. So, well, Vaca's going to have 2 rounds. I mean, Sam Goodman doesn't seem too stressed at the moment, though. He was initially, but looks like he's sort of got his composure back. And looks a little more settled now, but it has been Vaca's round so far. He just doesn't really know how to cut the ring off. Looks like a good kid of punches and a bit of snap on those punches, Vaca. He just doesn't throw enough of them. I was going to call him Saul Gromitz. Saul Goodman, like in Saul Goodman. What is it? Better Call Saul. Could be Tim Tszyu cut past all over again. Yeah, maybe. 20 seconds to go. And a good round from Vaca. He's coming forward. And I like he's letting the hands go. As he bangs the gloves together and says, let's do it. Oh, another clash ahead. I've got a feeling it might be the cut. And that is it for the end of round 8. Can you see Jake Paul against Joe Pataia? Well, I'd love to see it, Robert, because I reckon Jai would make mincemeat of Jake Paul, but Goodman takes a round off and comes back strong next one. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I've got it 5 rounds to 2. Was that round 8, wasn't it? So 6 rounds to 2. Just looking there. It was a hook. It was a left hook to the eye. Caught him flush on the eye. Beautiful shot and just cut him open. So can you get through the next 2 rounds? Oh, look, it doesn't look like it's a bad cut, but that was a really good shot to the eye. Definitely a left hook that opened the cut. Beautiful shot it was. Reminds me a little bit of what happened on the weekend with Navarrete and Suarez. Looks like he's got some markings under the eye as well, but definitely doesn't look bad though, the cut, which is a good thing. What's that, Jonathan? Who's your number 1 rank of all time? Well, it's got to be Sugar Ray Robinson, doesn't it, Jonathan? Yeah, Panda. Goodman's leading, mate. I got it 6 rounds to 2. And it looks like it is swelling also, that eye. So he's only got 2 rounds to get through. I'm sure he'll do it. But I think he just needs to be cautious in these last 2 rounds. Box smart, and he'll win this on points. And look, Vaca's come to fight, but just didn't do enough early in the fight. It was a nice shot, Drunken. It was a beautiful shot, actually right on the eye. Nice left hook. 8th, either a draw or Vaca's round. Oh, no, I thought Vaca won clearly that round there. Space Dog. Yeah, no, you're right. Sam did have his moments, but I think overall you have to give it to Vaca. That left hook was just a peach of a shot, so I've got it 6-2. Either way, Goodman's going to win this fight. He'll hang on. But Vaca, they're both slipping a fair bit on that ring apron too. I don't think you're going to get it, Abner. I think it's going to the scorecard. So we're in nearly halfway through round number 9. And Sam Goodman's has got his composure back. He's taken centre ring. And Vaca all of a sudden is not throwing anything. I don't know why. He should be really pushing the pace now, you would think. Yeah, I think so. Grommets on the on at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I reckon. Yeah, better round from Sam. He's picked it up in this round and clashed heads again. Bad head clash there too. I'm not sure. So Vaca looked like he's okay with the head. I'm not sure about Sam Goodman. Hit him on the right side, but it looks like he's good to go. Okay, so they're saying there's a cut to the right. Oh, yes, there is. He's been cut again. He's got through the first 7 rounds with barely a scratch and barely got out of first gear. In the last 2 rounds, he's had both eyes cut. That was definitely a head clash, though. 6 rounds to 2 so far, Yeva. So both eyes cut from Sam Goodman. And he's going to be out of action for a while. He's not fighting on the July card, I wouldn't have thought, in Vegas. Not with both eyes cut on 8 weeks' notice. He's not fighting again. Jake Paul. Sorry, mate. I forgot about Jake Paul. All right, so 10 seconds to go, round number 9. And I think Sam's won the round. But he's been cut again by that accidental head clash. And that's a bad cut too. So he survived 8 rounds, whatever it was, or 7 rounds without a scratch. And now in the space of 2 rounds, he's got a bad cut over the right eye and a bad cut over the left eye. We might wait till the rounds 11 and 12. Only... sorry, who's that there? Unruly girl, but unfortunately, it's only a 10-rounder. So, yeah, he is Grommets. He is showing something a little bit late. I still thought Sam won the round, though. 1 round to go, Kelvin. I've got it 6 rounds to 7 rounds. Oh, that was a bad head clash. I've got it 7 rounds to 2 for Sam Goodman. So I'm not sure whether they're going to stop the fight here. I think they'll let it go 1 more round. Yep, so I think they're going to let him go. Yep, I think we're good. Or are we? Yep, no, they've got him ready to go. The doctor says he's going to keep an eye on it. We've got 1 round to go. Anyway. Oh, sorry, Zach. I've got it 7 rounds to 2 for Sam Goodman. Vaca doesn't win, Leo. I got no idea what you're saying there, Abner. So, just to break it down, Sam Goodman probably won 6 of the first 7. Vaca had a big round 8 with the cut. Round 9, he cut the other eye that by accidental head clash, and if it was going to be stopped, it would be by the accidental head clash one, not the one that was caused by a punch. Yeah, look, either way, what do you got there, Space Dog? I've got it 7-2 anyway. 7-2, Zach. 87-80. So you got 6-3 for Goodman as Murata. Yeah, I've got it 7-2. All right, so minute down in round number 10. And the pace has picked up a little bit here in the final round. The last couple of rounds actually have been pretty good. I think Sam's just looking to get through this round. I think he knows he's got the fight won. Vaca should be really starting to pour it on here, and that cut's open up again for Sam Goodman. I would think with 1:50 to go, they'll let him get through the fight, but I wouldn't blame Sam for just being ultra conservative in this last round. Nah, sorry guys, Vaca's not winning this fight. Yep, Abner last round. Yep, no knockout. It could be stopped though. I don't know, how does that work? If it's stopped, I suppose if it goes to the scorecards, it doesn't count as a stoppage, does it? So, but halfway through round number 10, hard one to score. You'd think that Sam has done enough, I suppose. Just countering Vaca on the back foot in this last round. Yeah, he's on his bike at the moment, Murata. Yeah, he needs a KO, Murata, that's for sure. It's ended up being quite a tough fight for Sam, actually. For the first 7 rounds, he'd barely... you can't do that, Vaca, with putting his arm in his face. But, yeah, no action whatsoever for the first 7 rounds. Both guys looking fresh, barely raised a sweat. In the space of 2 rounds, we had just chaos, didn't we? Yeah, he is marked up, drunken boxing. Yeah, don't know, Monk, but it's not good when you get cut so easily, is it? 35 seconds to go in the fight. And Sam Goodman's got this one, I would think. I think he's going to win this one 8 rounds to 2. I think he's done enough in this last round. No, Sam's not losing there, Panda. He's winning this fight. I think he's won this last round. And I think it's going to be 8 rounds to 2 for Sam Goodman. But he has come out of it with 2 badly cut eyes. And as I said, I don't think he's going to be on the Tim Tszyu card in July based on that. Oh, another clash of heads right at the end there. And that is it. They touch gloves. And that is it. Sam Goodman, a tough fight. Cuts over both eyes. I think even the crazy bunch, whatever they are in the crowd, would have struggled to get excited about that one. They're excited in the corner, though, but... Let's just put that fight... what's it say? Some comments say Goodman losing. Nah, I think they'll be Mexican fans there, Panda. So I've got it 8 rounds to 2 or 98-92 on my card. I don't think you can make a case that Vaca will come close to winning that fight. I think that Sam won 6 of the first 7. I thought Vaca won round 8 with a beautiful left hook that opened Sam Goodman up. That eye from the sparring incident. And then in round 9, clash of heads caused the right eye to be sliced open really bad. And then round 10 was just a bit of a fizzer to finish off. Zach, that's it, mate. That is it. I had it 8 rounds to 2 or 98-92 on the scorecards. I don't know how anyone could have Vaca winning the fight, but we'll see. So that's the way I had it. I think the best you could say for Vaca is maybe 7 rounds to 3. I don't think you could make a case from winning any more than 3 rounds. So I've got it 98-92. There's a few people think Vaca won, but they're all got a Hispanic sounding or looking name. So I've got a feeling you might be Mexican fans. Yeah, I don't think you can make a case here, guys, for Vaca winning that fight. What up, Australia from Texas, mate? Well done. Thanks, DJ. I was in your neck of the woods at the end of last year. I did a week driving around Texas. I went from Dallas down to Houston and then across to San Antonio and then back up to Dallas. Absolutely loved it. And I loved Buc-ee's. Not truck stations, are they? The trucks aren't allowed there, but the stops, the petrol stops or gas stops, absolutely loved it. Buc-ee's. If you ever go to America, guys, and you're in Texas, go to Buc-ee's. So I know, DJ, you'll know what I'm talking about there. Willie Wonka Vaca won. Come on, mate. Thanks very much there, mate, for... Who was that there? That was from Let's Ogue Squad. No worries, mate. All right, here we go. Here's the scorecards. 99-92. 99-91. 100-90. Sam Goodman gets the win. So the official scorecards, 100-90. 10 rounds to 0. I don't see that. And then the other one was 9 rounds to 1. And the other one must have had it 9 or 8 rounds to 1 with 1 even. He's just saying he tried to get through. He tried to get through without any cuts, and he's ended up with 2 bad ones. I don't like to hear that. dropping the F-bomb when you get interviewed. I don't like it. You got to be professional, guys. I know it's a bit petty, but I think sports people just got to remember where they are. Let's listen to the interview there. So he just said he wanted to be controlled and smart. Well done, Robert. I don't know. What's that, Verdi? I don't know what you're saying there, but... Yeah, Crispy's dropped it a couple of times, mate. I don't like it. I think, look, I understand in the emotion sometimes, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, so Darren, how can he be rated number one? There's only one person who was ranked 10th, and most of the other guys have been ranked 40 plus. Well, mate, you know the way it works. All you got to do is get a regional belt, and that'll get you ranked in the top 15. You just got to keep winning, and they just keep elevating you. That's the way it works, mate. I'm with you. I don't understand how. Well, Michael Zaraff is another one. How he ended up being ranked number one by the WBA or whatever it was. How? It's got me buggered, but that's the way it goes. So I don't pretend to try and understand it anymore, mate. What's that there, Unruly Girl? Now we need to listen to the post-fight and see what No Limit says or Rose says about the fight. He'll say it was a stellar performance, action-packed. He's the best 122-pounder in the world, and look out, they were in a way. That's what he'll say. All right, well, they're not going to interview George by the looks of things. I think that's it. And I think that's it, guys. I think that's it for the watch-along. Sam getting some pictures and everything in the corner with his team. Space Dog, excellent fight, not boring at all. Okay, is that this fight you're talking about, Space Dog? I'm not going to say it was boring, but it was boring. I don't know. Jeez, fair dinkum. Audition to become the Purple Wiggle. Yeah, well, anyway. All right, guys. Well, look, that's going to do it. What is it? It's 11 o'clock now, so it's probably time for everyone to go to bed. That's here in Australia, by the way, 11 p.m. at night. I need to know if I made money. Well, he won on points, Zach, so I don't know if that's any good to you, but he did win the fight. So, yeah, I'm with you, Mr. Sirio. So, yeah, an absolute fizzer. It was, mate. It was. Not a great card. Couple of okay fights in there, but not good, mate. Not good. What's that, Roman Cantu? Hey, buddy, on the route, you took Dallas to Houston to San Antonio, back to Dallas. You could have stopped at about $8. Thanks for calling the fight. No worries, mate. Well, I stopped it. I reckon I stopped at about 6 of them. Thanks very much, Unruly Girl. I appreciate it. But yeah, I reckon we stopped at about 6, mate. I saw those big billboards. They start about 100 miles from where they are, and they keep counting down. You should probably know. You've probably seen them. But absolutely loved it, mate. And again, if you're in Texas, make sure you go to Buc-ee's. So anyway, on that note, thanks to everyone for joining in the chat tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it wasn't a live stream, but at least hopefully it gave you some live updates. And if you were watching it, you could watch it along with it anyway. But guys, have a great night, and we'll catch you on the next watch along. Thanks again.